Up, dog. What's up, dog? Hello, how goes it? Good evening. Oh, that's a Zoe dog getting up. That's for sure, as she is excited. What Laser, the first win here. Followed by Kevin Steele, Ice Twait, Josh Gate, Clobbering Time. How are you guys doing? What's up, Sohaib? Good morning to you. Brian Karanja, hello. How's it going? Are you ready for the flood of new content? I am, because honestly, at the moment, we're kind of like, hey, what do we got to do? And I'm like, well, there's Arena, I guess. So, yeah, we can do Arena. I should be live on Twitch as well. Oh, God, is it muted? It is muted. Okay, I didn't want the audio doubling up. Zoe Dog, you're excited, aren't you? Yeah, we haven't done too much today. It's hot again. It's pretty, excuse me, what? Frog in my throat. Pretty warm, so we went through the park, but we didn't go to Mud Bay. We didn't see our peoples today. Okay. Wow. You just totally slimed my PJs. Thank you. That's not the female I want. Now, anyways, yeah, can you just chill? Oh, good sit. Good girl. Yes. There you are. Good dog. Yeah, okay. Shit, you dropped it. You were so excited. My goodness. She was too excited. Just too darn excited. But yeah, what's going on, guys? How's it going? What's up, Sam IL? James, hello. How do you do? Meet, what's going on? There's a lot to do, but garbage. I mean, there's always things to do, right? But just like, I can't believe I wasted like as many revives as I did last night on the silly freaking Valiant stuff. I could be doing a million different testing of a million different champs, but I'm like, yeah, Arena sounds more fun than that. So I don't know. So I figure we'll just do some of that. You know, get the battlegrounds, standard things, nothing too exciting. So Twitch does look like is working just fine. So if you're not following us on Twitch, do that, please. There's a clear call to action, which the YouTubers guide videos say. I've been watching stuff, trying to set stuff up today. I was gonna want to do let's see. Oh yeah, so there's I'm still not 100% sure about how to do put the chat in the chat, if you know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, then don't worry about it. But yes, okay, yeah, activate that. Oh, did we have an internet hiccup already? That's fantastic, great. Love to see it. Thank you so much. Yeah, we should be back. Why no testing? If I had access to CCP, I'd love to be testing for others, because it's just not fun. Like, it's honestly not fun, and it's not that profitable. I do it for other people, but it's like, it's just not fun. I don't know. It's not that fun. Where? Okay. Is this maybe gonna work? Or not? Trying to see. Sorry for the little disconnect there, guys. It'd be fun for me at least. Well, that's fair. Okay, so this is just the same. Let's what was I doing here? Just do this until Zoe comes back for her GREENIE. Where is that though? Huh? Yeah. Okay. Right. Why is that doing that? No. Oh, god damn it. So our internet hiccup shut off Twitch, of course. Great. And now it's giving me the click here to reload player message, and it won't go away. Oh, it's you just want the damn technologies to work properly. Oh man, what's up, Leonardo man? How's it going? This is not the right thing either. Will it work now? No. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Yeah, it's not friggin' working. So frustrating. So frustrating. Okay, it's like it's trying to do it again. Sure you want to start the stream? Yes. I want Twitch to work properly. See, like, this is why I had all of these things working just fine. And then they had to go and change things on me. Why? Why'd they go changing? Bear Mountain? Why did they go changing? God, it still just won't bring it up. Video download is it's not a video download. What are you talking about? Go to the actual channel. It just doesn't show it. Dude, this was we were live for friggin' a bit, and now we're unalived. Now we're unalived. Son of a motherless. Does this stream lag for you, Kevin? What's up? What is going on? Never mind, he's gone. What's going on, Abdul? What are you trying to do? Well, I'm trying to get, like I was when we went live. We went live on Twitch as well, and now it's not showing up anymore, and it won't work. And I'm just like, it's very frustrating to have your technology not working properly. Where it says like, so here I can show you guys what I'm looking at if you're curious here. It just shows this. It says welcome to the chat room. Like, sweet. Great. Oh, yay. And then it shows that it's like doing the wrong stream title. I click here to reload the player and nothing loads. So I'm just like, if you go to Twitch, is this what it shows for you? If anyone else can go and check for me, that'd be nice. Because I'm trying to get like other different things to work properly with the stream. And I had downloaded Stream Elements Live 1 to do it, to handle the multi-streaming thing, and that didn't work properly. You, McMeaty, you had one job. How are you able to chat in the Twitch, on the chat? Well, I guess of course it'd be the chat, and then I can't friggin' actually. That's so frustrating. So frustrating. And then also this like streamer thing where they're supposed to be putting them together is not working. Why did you get timed out? You didn't, as far as I know. Samadi, what's up? Yep, shows that error. Yeah. God damn it. I just don't understand what's going on, because it worked, and then we had our little internet hiccup disconnect where we had that issue, and then all of a sudden now it won't refresh. And I'm like, I don't want to just kill the main YouTube one just to make that work, but it's so fucking irritating. So irritating. Never fun when your shit don't work right. All right, well, whatever. And what did that just do there? I guess because on Twitch you can just be in there without being a stream. Is that a thing you can do? I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, we'll just move on, I guess, and I'll just keep trying it. But like, I've been working on stuff like this half the day, and that's one of the things that if you're ever thinking about streaming or ever whatever, I'm on screen, Jerry. Oh my god. Yeah, if you're ever thinking about that, just these things are frustrating, that's for sure. What's up, Darkness? How goes it? Good evening. I was trying to have a conversation with James and got timed out. What did I do? You didn't get timed out as far as I don't even see a message from you. So I did, unless maybe it was part of the disconnect or something, just didn't work. I don't know. Happy Saturday. Wait, it is Saturday. It's true. Yeah. Turn it off, then on. I tried that. I tried unplugging it and plugging it back in. Yeah. That was my go-to move. Oh, god damn it. I just forget we need energy for Battlegrounds too. Son of a. All right, we'll go do this for a minute. James Lilly, every time I try to watch KT1 stream, it skips and lags constantly. KT's in particular? Interesting. Twitch says network error, please try again later. Yeah, I just don't understand what the deal is. Zoe Dog, what's your deal? How you doing? There's nothing in this hand. Why are you staring at it as if there was something? You know where I set the greenie down on top of the damn table desk, didn't you, huh? Alright, why don't you sit? That's it. You got all the treats. You got all the stuff. You're a good dog. You're a good dog. Okay. How you doing now? Jeff Morris, good evening. I can't even get in the Twitch chat. I don't know. It's actually, so right now it's got something running and it says live too, which makes no sense. Like, actually, now that I'm looking back at it here, look at it. The timer's going and it says live, but it's totally wrong. What? Goddamn multi-streaming BS. Like, we're not live. Why? I don't get what your problem is here. It's just irritating. It's so frustrating, man. Hope you enjoy it. Don't listen to the haters. I think it's great. The score from Bear McCrary is incredible. What are we talking about? TK421. What's up? How's it going? What are you talking about? Whoa, did I see? Am I missing chats like that are not coming up here too? Yeah. You're not even live for me? Yeah, I don't know why it still says live. It's very odd. What's up, Ghost Dog? How goes it? Good evening. Oh, Rings of Power. Okay, I see now. Let's see. Yeah. I feel like there's gonna be some major schnuffling going on. Yeah, there's sass. Yeah. Why is there sass? Yeah, you show your bed who's boss, Zoe. You show that bed. Okay. Yep. And why is a component of that backing your butt against my chair? Roof. Why do we need this? You just because you feel like you can pressure me into getting more treats? Yes? You know you can? Woof. 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 Woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof. Alright, fine. You can have Das Quinn, but that's it. After that, you're done. We don't need no sassy dogs. No sassy dogs. Oh. Alright, come over here. Yeah, come over to the other side, though. Come over where you're supposed to be. Get over here. Thank you. Sit. Sit. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Tonight's stream brought to you by Dasco Soft Chews. The soft chews for Zoe dogs. No stream on Twitch, sad day. Dude, yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on, Ghost Dog. Besides me being repeatedly irritated. Do you have to catch my newest? No, I have not. Come on, I've been trying to fix things over here in these parts. Oh, darn it. That was almost 2 for 2, Zoe. She was 2 for 2 off stream last night. All right. You got the treats. You got the treats and you're good to go. Okay. That's it. Good girl. All done. No. You can be as cute as you want to, but you're not getting anything more. What's up, Edwin? How's it going? Good evening. Darkness said he just started. Yeah, I got it. I finally, caught up on where we're at. Where are people on the arcade chatter? I'm at 11:25 on the last milestone for 20k shards. I don't know. I think I lost a couple too many. I might have to spend like $1 or something. We can go look at that too. Of course, because we're just chilling. We're just chilling. Where am I at on that? Where's Pixie? She likes sass. She's all sass. Dimensional Arcade, 5 of 15, and I got, yeah, see, so I got like a bunch more. I've missed that. I redid a bunch of different levels, so I'll probably have to do spend a couple bucks or something stupid, but whatever. It's, it is what it is, basically. Nice, didn't win every time before getting to shatter mode. Yeah, I made that mistake too in some of those spots. I think I forgot about it completely for a couple of days too, because it's terrible. So there's that as well, but yeah. Okay, Siren go by. It's a very chill night out in Seattle. It's the Ichiro Suzuki retirement. Oh my God, Jesus Christ, be louder. Night at the Mariners game, and it just, the town feels chill in general. That's the goodest girl. She's pretty good. She's pretty good. What's up, Sahan? How's it going? I love Lord of the Rings lore, and while the show seems to be deviating a little, it's not bad enough that it will bother me. I think I kind of liked the first season more than the second season. Yeah, no. Did I even like the second season? Like, second season was kind of like... I watched it all, but I was just like, nah. I don't know. I'm not terribly impressed by the Rings of Power. I thought the first season was okay up until a point, and then something happens, and I'm just like, oh, God, really? Really? That kind of turned me off, and I don't know if you're at that part yet, so I don't want to say anything. They still have a big old leader in their deck. Sure, maybe. Max989, hello, how's it going? I took my Platinum Deadpool to rank 4. He's a beast. You seriously, that is not something you hear all the time. Congratulations on your new rank 4 champion. Hal Canute, good evening. They give us a bunch of compensation so you can just use those to get extra entries if you have not yet. I don't think so. Have I spent them? I don't know if I have or not. I can't remember. I'm not terribly concerned about it either way, being a buck or two, as it were. What's up, Casual Cashew? Just got back from watching Weapons. I've not heard of that. Tolkien gatekeepers love to shit on it, but Tolkien himself had a lot of inconsistencies with his Legendarium. Yeah, a lot of it's put together by his son. It really doesn't stray too far from the books. I mean, they sped up the timetable, basically, about a lot of stuff. But for me, I think it was more about some of the acting and some of the characters I just, in general, just didn't love, really. Sure. I didn't absolutely hate it as much as most people did. I just didn't see the point to any of the story. There's barely any story in the first place. No, I wouldn't say that. There's definitely stuff that happens, but I wish I would have taken that Deadpool. I almost took the Deadpool just because I saw they had their own Yelena. I wouldn't say that. It's just that, like, I don't know. I would have to rewatch it again, and I kind of don't want to. But there's just parts of it that just, like, some of the acting, some of the storytelling is just like, why are they? Who wrote this? Was this written by, like, J.J. Abrams or somebody? Why? Where did you start getting these ideas from about, like, this is how things should go? I don't know. Like, just some of the logical leaps between things were kind of hard, I think. I have literally nothing for this bullseye. Sweet. I think the general consensus is that season 1 was good and season 2 is a big improvement. My biggest gripe is that the seasons are 2 years apart. I just really didn't find it to be that big of an improvement, frankly. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't do it for me. So characters have been introduced. I'm confused. Okay, hang on. I'll read that after I'm done dying here. Oh, wait. He threw his L1. What a jackass. It's like, yeah, I'll throw my L1, and then he won't evade me. I'm like, oh, wait, but he just threw his, and then he's evading me because I'm stupid. And I could not get to my L2 in time. Come on. Broski. I'm slowing this down way sooner than I need to. Shit, that was dumb. I knew I didn't have it up anymore. Why did I try to go for that? It was very dumb. Very dumb. They're throwing to go with my throw, and their throw is gonna be better than my throw. Actually, shit, that doesn't even look like a throw at all. Damn. So a character is being introduced, and I'm confident I know who the character is going to be. It seems pretty obvious, but that would make less sense than using a different but very similar one. And using the other character instead would be so much better because, well, we know almost nothing about this character. Huh. Jack? Yeah, I could have used Jack. Why do... Brian, I hate you. What? Why do fishes hate crabs and lobsters? Because they are shellfish. Boo! Boo! Take a lap. Terrible joke. 1 out of... Well, okay. You had crabs and lobsters. I'm going to give you 2. 2 out of 10. Heard it a million times. Terrible joke. Boo. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Not even the decency to send over $1 with your terrible joke. Pro tip, Jack can take bullseye. I'm aware, yeah. The Vox taking him with his Undermine buff. Undermine doesn't counter evade. It stops auto block and whatchamacallit. I'm screwed anyways. I don't have anyone to take down there, Yelena. Like, this is no good matchup. I enjoyed Rings of Power, not perfect, but still a fun time to watch. Parts of it are good. Visually, some of it's interesting. Some of it I just found to be very dumb. And like, I don't want to go into spoiler territories, but in order to talk about what it is that I really don't like, it would have to be so. But since Darkness is just now watching it, don't want to be that guy. Shit. Okay, just short. Yeah, I was stuck in that animation way too long. I don't know if this will carry us far enough. Ugh, just barely. Just barely. It's a pretty clean fight there, though. It was not perfect, but not bad. Don't you mean terrible? Terrible. I sent the uncoded version of that to you in Discord. Okay. I guess I'm probably thinking I know what you mean, but yeah. Is this lining up? Hooray for Brian Karanja. No. Boo for Brian Karanja. Not cool. Not cool at all. So I want to make sure I'm looking at the 2 chats and making sure they're correct. They are. Because I was supposed to be, so I'm trying this new program called Stream Social Ninja, something. What is it called? I don't know what it's called. And it should be, the chat should be integrated for me. And then I could put it on screen for you guys, but I don't want to have the chat on screen all the time. But I could bring up certain messages, I think, is a different way of doing it too, to like highlight things. And I wanted to see if that was working too, but then since Twitch isn't working, it doesn't freaking matter. Yeah, I am completely hosed though, because I have nothing for their Yelena. Is Jack better than Vox? Vox might actually be better. I'm not sure. But can't touch Onslaught by comparison. How's my favorite bald man doing tonight? Good besides the tech issues, man. Good besides section. Also, have you heard from the other bald man? I had lunch with him on Thursday, if you mean Brian. He's doing well. Now would not be a good time to insert ads, YouTube. Suck it. I don't know why that's been popping up so much more frequently. Did not get the pause, which would have been nice, but oh well. Shit. Come on, go away and let me... No. Great. No, I just want to hit your block one time, lady! And I lost all of my... Dude. Why am I... I knew... It's just dumb. Just dumb. God, that wasn't actually going horribly. Oh, well. So freaking aggressive. Way too aggressive. Oh, low key 420. Hello, how goes it? Appreciate that. I know Lauren have read the books, including Unfinished Tales, Silmarillion, etc. But yeah, the show will clearly be different. Yes. Which word becomes shorter if you add 2 letters? Short. It's not terrible, James. Boo! Take a lap. 4 out of 10. That was your one for the stream. This is your free one. How can Newt send over Buck? Why is it not? 99 cents usually works for that. Why are you not the big shot? I am confused. What is the problem here? That, well, I don't have my drawing tools to draw you in there as a... Jesus Christ, man. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Oh, everybody's upset when the technology is just not working properly. Thank you very much, though, Hal. How are you doing tonight? What's going on? Spoiler stream and make John go watch right now and come back when he's done. Boom, problem solved. Serious question, how many years is enough for something not to be a spoiler anymore? I mean, is telling someone Soylent Green is people still a spoiler? Oops, spoiler on a 1973 movie. No, but he said he's actively watching it, so I'm not trying to drive him away from the stream by talking about it actively. You know what I mean? If he hadn't brought it up that he was actively watching it for the first time, then I would have given many more details about it. But it, like, since he's actively watching it, then we'll be nice to our friend and not talk about it. Generally speaking, no, you say whatever you want about it. But just in the case that there's someone like, it's like if someone's like, I don't know, someone said, okay, I'm about to watch some movie from 10 years ago, Avatar something. Is that 10? That's probably like 20 years ago. Well, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. I've never seen it before. I've never been spoiled on it. Wish me luck. I wouldn't then immediately start talking about the movie. You know what I mean? That's just rude. It's just good manners. Gonna spoil Miracle on 34th Street. Oh, shut it. What up, V Joseph? How's it going? Looks like power game champs like Arcus or maybe Hype would be super bad this meta. I think so. I haven't messed around with the Gladiator Circuit nodes at all, but isn't that... Yeah, there's not... When they gain buffs, bad stuff happens, right? I believe. I just got the new Essence 7-star champ. What do you think about him? Russell, what's up? Solvark? I've not tested him yet either. Not tested him yet. The reaction from most people seems to be he's a bit underwhelming. Some people seem to really like him. He was a pain in the ass on defense last night, but that's about where I'm at for my knowledge of him. What's going on, Charles? Hello. Hope your day is going well. Yeah, pretty good. Saw your anti-venom video. Can't wait to get my hands on him. Nice, dude. You were one of the 3 people. I think those have got to be my absolute worst performing videos that I've made since friggin' like the first ever video I've made or anything, pretty much. So thank you for watching that. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna do it for all the Rebirth champions, but I might just not do any more after that, just because does not seem popular to so far at all. Well, got reminded of Brian, so I wanted to send a banana sticker. I appreciate. Oh no, maybe that's why, Hal. I think his 99 cents should work, but for some reason stickers don't. Stream Elements does not like stickers. That's what the problem is. That's what it is. So I think if you did send 99 cents, it would say it. Spaced it out. But thank you. Regardless. I did not ask him about his banana consumption. What job search? I'm taking some time for myself. Who said what now? Okay. Well, I'm sorry I didn't know that. Good on you for taking care of yourself, James. All the love. Yeah, I keep seeing things about how Gen Z are just like really awful to work for or work, you know, whatever. Like, not work for, but work with, and like how they. I for some reason, like, I must have clicked like on something stupid, and now it's just popping up with all sorts of things about like how the Gen Z stare and whatever, blah blah. I'm just like, huh, maybe these kids just like taking care of themselves and don't like taking crap from boomers. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. Could it be that? Yo, Lee Boyce, what up, Lee? How's it going? Lee sending over Intoxicated Gamer membership. Thank you very much, sir, for the support. Much appreciated. Gifting one too. Acme Anime Bobby. Let's go. Keeping the chat green. Love to see it. Cheers, buddy. How do you do? Good evening. Acme Anime Bobby. Been in here for, like, he's been in the lounge before. He knows what's up. He knows all the custom emotes he can use as a member of the Intoxicated Gamers Lounge. No doubt about it. That was probably not what I wanted to do. Thank you very much, though, Mr. Lee Boyce. How do you do? What's going on? Hope you're doing well. God, I haven't played Dazzler in a minute. I was way early on that. Like, way early on that. And then I didn't dash back far enough. Okay, I'm wrecked. It's gonna be one of those nights where I have to spend like 5 hours trying to get one win in Battlegrounds before I go to Arena. I sincerely hope not. Although Battlegrounds are more interesting anyways, but I want them units. Okay, no, dude, are you serious? Yeah, I guess it won't be. I've watched videos on all the Rebirth champs, not really sold on any of them yet. Maybe my opinion will change once I get my hands on one or two. Cole seems like in the right metas, he's gonna be absolute nuke in Battlegrounds, so. What up, Tates? How do you do? Bugman, hello. Feeling stronger every day. Well, I meant Arcus as a defender. What about him? Oh, got you. Because of the power gain? Got you. Okay. This is a busy time to be a teacher. I missed you. Can you call all of us dickwads for old time's sake? No. No, you are not all dickwads. I would not call you that. Tates, you're a dickwad for teaching America's youth. That makes no sense at all. Cheers to you, man. Cheers to you. You know I don't tag people. It's annoying as shit. No, Laser, I'm gonna say that was a joke. I'm gonna not read it. So is working for Gen X boss good or bad? Asking for a friend. I have no idea. This one's my favorite. Which one is Gen X? The older than millennials, approaching 50s. Born before 82. Just got back from an awesome fireworks show. Nice. Few countries compete out on a good show. Put out. Just got back from an awesome fireworks show. Few countries put out on a good show. Not quite sure what you mean. Put on as good a show or something? May need open heart surgery. Oh shit, dude. We'll find out next week after a few more tests. Oh, Bugman, if you do need it, then it'll go smoothly and it'll be okay. So, It's better to know than not know. Definitely better to know than not know. Dude, I dashed back. What BS was that? Sure, sure. Just don't let me intercept you. Why would I want to do that? God, what a sloppy way to begin this. I think that's a different no muffler guy than the other no muffler guy. Guess I could be trying to parry some of these to get some... Damn it, damn it, damn it, was not counting. Or not paying attention to the counter. I was thinking about the fact I could have been parrying to maybe try to get some health back. Yeah. Nice fight there. Taking notes how to Kushala Thanos. That was not it. That was not it. What's up, Rune? How you doing? Well, I am a Gen X boss, so I guess people will just have to pull up their big boy pants and get their shit done at work. That's what a Gen X sounds like, yeah. Oh wait, maybe the attitude is what is wrong with me. Yeah, that's it. No, because I mean, part of it was just talking about basic things like, you know, how your uniform looks, and I do think there is something that kids growing up on screens and stuff, you know, yeah, there could be some issues for sure, but I don't know. I haven't worked with anybody Gen Z for quite a while, so I'm not sure. Starkey feels so nice with the miss. I'm assuming they'll fix that the same as with everybody else. Or same as with last season, rather. What up, the boss? Speaking of bosses, how's it going? Lombarder, hello, I see you here. I see you. God, that ticks me off about Twitch. Oh well. Shit happens. Okay, well, yeah, we're gonna need you to throw that at some point, because otherwise I don't think I can get there. I didn't have enough power. She's still got the blades. Will the blades trigger? I don't know. Yeah, damn it. No! I was wondering if they'd trigger when she was... Okay, that was enough to kill her anyways, huh? I was wondering if they trigger when she was stunned. Do they trigger when stunned? I forget. Because I was gonna go for it and just fire it off. I guess it would have been short anyways, but... I'm Gen Z and can confirm I'd be a millionaire if not for all the avocado toast I consume. Yeah, obviously. Dude, avocado's ridiculous. Second light, yes. No, that's... So, but when she's stunned specifically, Arun, yeah? How you doing though, Cows? What's going on? I believe they trigger if you do a second light, just regardless of if they're stunned or not. Okay, yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking, so I was like, okay, I should back off. Yay! We got away with it. She's ridiculous on defense. I really kind of want to just rank her up. I don't know if what I want to do for rank ups at all. Not sure. How'd you like the anti-venom buff? I mean, He takes Serpent faster. He can already take Serpent now, but he takes him faster. So, yeah, I don't know. None of the buffs seem like that buffy. Like, none of them seem whatever. And I've not been doing full testing. That was kind of the idea, is just doing the speed runs just to be like, they're just for silliness, just for fun. It's not like a full testing stream or anything like that. We might do, once they're all available, the embargo date's gone by for all of them, maybe just do a testing stream that's fully them. Of the millions of different testing streams I need to do, I need to just do like testing week and just do testing month or something, because there's so many champions I need to do. Just buckle down and do it. But yeah, I mean, he seems good. He seems good. He just seems like anti-venom. I don't know. He's got like a lot of different utility, I would say. So for sure. I thought avocados were millennial. I never had avocado toast. Oh, sure. But millennial suck too, I guess. So, yeah. Took my spy woman to rank 4 and she's so good. My favorite champ right now. I'm thinking about it. I'm definitely thinking about it. Modok testing. Yep. Yondu testing. Yep. Now if we can get an Agent Venom buff to go with this synergies. Yeah. They're not reworks though. Their tune-ups make sense. They wouldn't get crazy damage increase. Yeah, for sure. What's up, J-Dog? How's it going? Yeah, so they're not meant to be crazy, but they just also, they're all champions who I either never played or haven't played for so long that I'm like, are they a lot better? I can't tell. You know what I mean? Like when you don't normally play anti-venom, it's like, well, so is he that much better, or is he not that much better? I'm really, honestly, I just don't have any way of knowing, because this isn't a champion I played anyways. So I'm like, huh. But they obviously can't be worse, I guess, right? My wife grew up in Cali, so she also loves avocado toast. It's actually not bad, but I never think to make it. I mean, it's just avocado and toast. It's not really. I've only ever known of this as a joke. I like avocados. I don't eat a ton of bread. When I do, my standard breakfast food is, you know, scrambled eggs and bacon, basically. Maybe pancakes or whatever if I'm going to have something of a bread-like nature. I just don't really do a ton of toast in general anymore. And I get plenty of carbs without that. And so I just never would think of doing that as like, hey, I'm going to specifically make avocado toast. But goddamn, dude, for about a month now, I don't know what's going on, but all the avocados I've been able to buy lately have been kind of crap. They've been just either feeling like they were taken before they were ripe and then just staying brick hard and then turning, like, never having a really good ripe phase, or then being mush, or being like, I don't know, but they've not been great lately. It's been disappointing, especially when they cost as much as they do. Pre-buff versus post-buff. What about it, Arun? I mean, they're all buffed now, so can't really do that. Struggling trying to figure out this meta for BGs who are going to be some of the best champs. I don't really see anything crazy to it, so I'm not sure. I think maybe it's just mostly your best champs kind of thing. Because I'm not finding anything that's like, wow, this champion's completely broken or anything. Which is fine. I can take just a regular kind of meta. Doesn't need to be crazy. Hey, everyone has to have their 6-star Kate Bishop in their deck or something, because those metas get obnoxious too. For sure. Are avocados ever out of season over there? Like, not really. That's why I'm like, why has there been a month where they've just been shitty? I feel like they're available year round, but I have to assume quality would drop at certain points of the year unless it's not a seasonal crop. No, it's not. We get avocados all year round. I mean, we get fucking raspberries all year round, you know, like whatever it is. But it just seems like a weird period where everything that's been in Washington State has been crappy for whatever reason. Don't know why. It's an avocado spread that she makes. I'm not sure exactly what seasonings she adds, so it's not just cut up avocado. Right, like I get that there's like, it's a little more guacamole-like, but without being guacamole, you know? the old guacamole, but there's some other stuff added to it, and it's good for sure. I would eat it. It's just not a thing that I would think of first. Buff immune champs would be good, I'd imagine. I mean, yeah, I guess a little bit for not gaining power, but the power gain isn't bad enough that you notice it too much, really. I feel like I think it's just something to just kind of like bait a few more specials. But what up, Art? How do you do? I have a salmon burger from Costco on the barbecue. Nice. I'm gonna need to go to Costco this week at some point. I've had a lot of different things to make though. I've just been trying to use up everything in an appropriate time frame. I think I only have like 2 more chicken breasts in the freezer, and I think they're a bit freezer burnt, so get another bag. I would rather get everything fresh. I just would rather have things like get a little freezer burnt than have them go bad because I didn't use them. And while I'm not a vegan or anything, I want to respect the animals that I'm eating and have them not die for nothing. So just throwing out a chicken breast or something, that feels terrible to me. What's up, God of the Abyss? How are you doing? What's going on? Avocados are being picked too early and being put out in stores when they need to be more ripe. Right, that's normal though, and you usually can factor that in, but there seems to be like a thing where they're good for maybe like a day, or I feel like this last month, that's what I'm saying, is like it feels like they never even have had, there's never a good time period, which is just like, what? No, that doesn't work for 350 or crazy ridiculous amounts. You would really notice the power gain with Deathless Thanos and Serpent? I mean, yeah, Deathless Thanos was kind of a dick, but wasn't really ridiculous. Because he just power gains so much anyways that... Well, are you saying if you're using them offensively? Did you mean? That's true. Outside of Cosmic Champions, since they love to have buffs, I think meta seems to be fun. Yeah, it should be crazy. Sipping on some Jameson, just chilling. Nice, Art. You're the... Well, yeah, I've been... God. No politics or religion, standard disclaimer, but I was just reading about the collapse of the Kentucky and Tennessee and basically American whiskey industries. I'm like, well, yep, that's what you guys voted for. It's avocado season. It's always avocado season. That's what I'm saying. It's always Jameson season. Jameson is a little sweeter than I like, but also it's so standardized at bars. I was so used to getting one for like $5 or $6 a shot that I've drank a lot of Jameson in my life. Like, I've drank a lot of Jameson in my life. I'm currently out of tequila. Another reason I could go to Costco. I don't know. I gotta do, so the next champion for the rebirth, I recorded stuff, but I've not done all the editing, and you know, we gotta I'm continuing it. The rebirth, the as what did Yuki say? The Techno Viking? The ROL speed runs, the max boosted series will continue until people start showing it some goddamn respect. And then when people actually want to see it, then I'll stop. But no, I've committed to doing these every day for the next 6 days or whatever. Not the next 6 days, but for 6 days total. And so I got to get that done tonight. I still haven't done as much as I want to do for Claire, for like kind of farming and reworking stuff. I freaking want Twitch to work. I want this chat to work. There's so many different things you can learn and figure out and do differently on OBS. That's part of why I said how my comparison of the OBS type program I was using, Prism Live, being like an iPhone compared to OBS being Android. There's like tons of different things I can do with Android, and so I want to do some of them, but having everything actually work right, not breaking something stupid is just like, and relearning it because I haven't used it for a year plus and blah blah. Just frustrating. Because then I gotta get my car ready to be sold, man. It's just sitting there, and you know, hopefully I can get a few grand for it at least. It is the first year they produced them in the United States. It has the bug eyes, which everybody loves. It feels, oh man, I'm gonna feel so bad when I sell her, because 2 decades together, but I got to get her cleaned up and fix a few small things, maybe put a couple $100 into a few like light little repair kind of things I can do just to spruce her up a little bit. But I got to get it done because I don't want her just sitting down on the road too, gathering dust, not being driven. I can't, you know, I didn't drive her enough in the first place. I'm not going to drive this new car that often either. That's part of why we decided to get an EV. And then I got to, you know, I got other stuff to work on. Got to plan out where the meetup's going to be. Although Lefty looks like he's got a good spot picked in Washington, D.C. Got to hope that there's no news on Monday where there's a federal takeover of Washington, D.C. Change those plans. Got to, like, you know, plan stuff for Vancouver. I always got stuff to do. Always got stuff to do. Oh, shit, he's holding my head. Oh, scritches? Oh. Always things to do and improve on. Which is a good problem to have. It's better than being bored, but also sometimes I'm just like, I just want to go chill on a beach for a week. I can't stand avocados or the guacamole. Crazy. I love avocados. They're fantastic. Superfood. Doing okay, Abdude. Hope you and chat are well. Most of us. We love you, Bugman. I'm currently doing math to see how many total catalysts I'll need to bring Anti-Venom to rank 4 straight away. Good luck with that. Good luck on getting him. Jameson's main consistent smooth, yeah. Get Patriot a run tomorrow in testing or in what? And if I ever come to meet you, would you want to make the strongest drink that would knock me out? Fuck no, I'm not a bartender anymore. That's why I'm doing this. YouTube money. Not lately. Not lately. Last month was a bit rough. But we gotta stay on the grind. Our new subscribers are like way down, man. So we gotta do some stuff to get up some new subscribers too. That's how it goes though, man. That's part of what I was talking to Brian about, and just how grindy things are for sure. It makes a big difference being here every night. And consistent streaming times too. I maybe want to ditch the trying to stream at 9 p.m. on other nights and just stick to 7:30 across the board. Not sure. No politics. I know. That's what I said. Cole looks broken still. I mean, you were using recoils. Want to see without? Yeah. Well, because you're not going to run him in Battlegrounds usually, right? But that's what I was saying, doing testing stream about that. Spider-Man was placing power stings on your head. Is that what it was? Damn. I would not wake up because my medicine I'm taking, by the way, that's my dark humor. Oh, for drinking. Okay. If you're, yeah, no, definitely don't want to do that. There'll be a Spider-Man shoot nearby, so your meet will be canceled. No, because they're leaking all the details. They're leaking everything, which I kind of hate. What has Brian been doing? Other stuff. That's about all I can say. He's been keeping busy. He looks good. He's doing well. Not quite ready to return, but hopefully before the end of the year. Thanks for reminding me. We'll renew my Twitch Prime in a bit. I need it to work though, man. I need it to friggin' work. I think you might actually be able to do that without me being live, but that just sucks, man. It's way more fun for being on there, you know? And yeah, it's cool. It's free if you already got Prime, and that is extra money. That does help. And it's not something extra that anyone has to send over. So it's a good thing, but I need it to goddamn well work. And just, I'm on my second. So I tried the Stream Elements one and that didn't work. I tried downloading this Atom multi-stream, which was what Lefty's been using, and it worked for a minute, and then all of a sudden it broke. And so now I'm like, well, is it just that I need to restart the stream and everything would work fine and do it again? Or is it just because I had my stupid little internet hiccup outage, which I've been having with my internet company still saying they're gonna fix it. They don't know what it is. And blah, 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 blah. And it doesn't happen, like, it doesn't disconnect YouTube, but it does disconnect Twitch. And it's just like, ugh. Want my paper to stack right, god damn it. Ain't nobody happy when their paper don't stack right. Bro. And we got like other things going on. I want to try to get to more Mariners games. I want to go to, so I got turned down for the PAX application for the Media Pass, which I kind of figured would happen. But if I make content from PAX this year, then I'll have it that I can show for next year. So that might have like a stronger chance of being able to get into that. I'm going to go to that BrickCon thing. And then I think I might go to PAX. Yeah, so go to PAX anyways. There's like a Twitch thing that's a YouTube, or not YouTube, a Discord that is for Twitch broadcasters. It's like the Seattle Online Broadcast Association. And I went to one of their meetups before the Wu-Tang concert that I went to, because it was like, I'm going that direction anyways, let's go check it out. So I think I might want to go to, I think they're having a meetup tonight, actually, which I'm not going to that. But I think there's another one like the 28th, so I might go to that too. And then football season starts, like, I don't know. Got lots of different stuff to do. Lots of different things to do. I can do it if you're not live. Yeah, I just don't like that, man. I don't like it. Like, yeah, by all means, people don't forget, if you're not going to use it anywhere else for the month, then yeah, please do go give the Twitch sub, I guess. But if you're going to be around, I'd rather get it where I'm live, just because it's a little more fun that way, you know? Get the hype train going and whatnot. And being a YouTube member is way better overall for like the revenue share, for sure. YouTube is just better in general than Twitch is. Obviously, PayPal's even better, you know? But everything adds up. $1 here, $1 there, $5 here. Mike Gohan there. Quinn calling here, you know, like torrents, whatever, whoever it is, send over the help. It all helps, man. It's what keeps me doing this. So no reason not to do Twitch, especially when some people have like better quality on Twitch. Come on. But yeah, anyways, I appreciate you guys. And that's why you get no advertisements on live streams. Yeah, Cole's that champ who needs a nerf. He was more broken than Hercules. Well, but he didn't have the immortality. Have you heard of Kick? I have. I was watching a video about Kick today. Seems they have like the best share with their creators, but they really don't like multi-streaming. And so I was watching a Nutty video on that. I don't know if you guys know Nutty on Twitch or on YouTube. Does like a lot of different helpful stuff and just seems like a really fun guy. And he said, yeah, they have really bad bot moderation and like a lot of racism. I was like, oh, that doesn't sound that exciting. Isn't Kick toxic AF though? Yep, that was pretty much what he said. Pretty much what he said. Is BG still bald? Yep, it's true. His head was very shiny when I saw him. Looked great. In fact, he was sitting outside talking to somebody and we ended up eating inside, but as I came up, I was like, is that the bald head I'm looking for? It's gotta be. It's very recognizable. But I mean, in fairness, I've seen Brian from behind a lot, so, you know, well, more than most people, I guess. Anyways. Kick is great, I heard. Yeah, it's like 95-5, whereas Twitch is like 50% goes to Twitch and 50% goes to me. But if that's of a free Prime sub, well, you know, that's not bad. Still, that's better than nothing, right? But in general, people want to send over support that they are choosing to send over. That's like Lee Boyce gifting the membership. It's better on YouTube than it is on Twitch, right? But Kick being 95-5, that's really good. Also, if you get big enough and you get to become a partner there, they actually do pay an hourly rate, which is kind of crazy. but it's hard to do that. And yeah, toxic AF. So I don't know. Dutch might take a look. How's it going? What's going on? That actor cut him deep. He's establishing a real bald cap company. I can neither confirm nor deny that. Kick is less moderated. Yeah, if they get some better moderation, because like Nutty was showing just the crazy bots that he's like you just get attacked by, and I was like, oh yeah, that doesn't look like fun. It doesn't look like fun at all. And he had about as good of an experience as you could have because they paid him right away and brought him up and were promoting him all the time too. So someone is definitely going to take I've seen Brian from behind a lot out of context. Well, I just mean compared to most people. Totally wasn't saying that on purpose. I miss Simon though. Hopefully Simon's doing well. Sure. This guy's obnoxious no matter where he is. Ah, dude. I thought I had like a few more hits before I fell asleep there. Now I'm just like, is this gonna kill him? Appreciate you, Abdo. You've helped a lot of things about the game. I appreciate it. I'm glad to hear you say that. No, dude, is he gonna heal back to... Oh, I want some way of sorting these champions out of arena. Oh, he's still DJ. Okay, good. Was he not awakened? Is that an awakened ability? If it wasn't for you in chat, I don't know if I would have continued last year. Well, now I actually feel bad. Oh, boy. I'll take all the toxic people for a bag. Well, then you do it, because I wouldn't. Hope all's well. Do pretty good. Yeah, I don't, you know, I'm not exactly making a fortune here on YouTube. I'm just barely getting by, basically, and if it wasn't for all you guys being awesome and support from my dad, I wouldn't be able to do it. And the reason I like to do it is because I don't have to deal with bullshit. So I'm not gonna go, like, if they figure out their platform and get some moderation, then sure, I might give it a try or something. Or I might just give it a try anyways, just to see what I think about it. But life is too short to put up with toxic assholes. Like, if you're willing to do that for money, that's your business, but I'm not doing that. Also, where's Glory? Anyone seen him around? Dude, I have not seen Glory since he just stopped in the Alliance chat. Like, we couldn't get a hold of him. He just didn't show up. Eventually, we had to kick him. I hope he's okay health-wise. I did see someone on his account, at least, logged in later on in the game, but he's never responded to me, never said a word. And I don't know, maybe he was embarrassed or maybe had health issues where he couldn't play, couldn't do whatever. I don't know. It always sucks. I've had a couple of people like that in my time as an Alliance leader or in my time playing MCOC, where it's the nature of being digital friends, right? We can't always know exactly what's happening with people, and it sucks. Okay, why am I... That's my right thumb dash back on this phone doesn't seem to be as good. Bro. I know this is not a great matchup, but come on, can we get this over with? There we go. Corruption versus Healing and Zola was unduped. Corruption versus Healing? How did I not remember that? How did I not remember that? 40 people haven't liked the stream yet. What the hell, man? What Austin? How do you do? Good evening. Sure. Yo, J Olive sending over a twomp, dude. Thank you very much. Saying, what's up, boss? What's up, chat? How are you doing? I was just talking about generous people. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. How are you doing tonight, man? We're chilling, talking a little bit about Brian, talking about a little bit about the YouTube game, streaming wise, whatnot. I'm doing pretty well. My videos I'm putting out, nobody likes, and I should just stop where I'm at and not continue with the effort. But other than that, doing good. That and the mild streaming issues from not getting Twitch to work properly, or OBS to work properly with Twitch, or maybe my internet being an issue. I don't know. Something is going wrong. But other than that, we're chilling. How are you doing tonight? What's going on? Thank you very much for the twomp. Get dead. Get wrecked. Crit one time. Never crits. Why would I throw that from so far away? That's just ridiculous. I'm in the middle. I give him the kick, and I fall asleep. YouTube has been entertaining since 2002, so it's why it's best? I don't know. I think there's definitely some things that are nice on Twitch. People really do like the hype trains and that kind of stuff from what I have seen from other streamers. And there's definitely some things on there that I like, but you know, our MCOC community is here on YouTube for the most part. So the Twitch part is just because, you know, like I said, it's leaving money on the table if people want to be able to send over their Twitch primes, or just, you know, J Mad Dog, a couple other people, God of the Abyss, a couple other people just gifted subs over there too. And dude, it's not like I made a bunch of money on Twitch so far, but even a couple $100 when, you know, you're basically living below the poverty line in a city like Seattle, a couple extra $100, that's a month's worth of Zoe treats and whatnot. So that's great. Damn, hope he's okay. Me too, Art. Me too. Glor's a good dude here, and that is kind of scary. Yeah, it's been a while too. Why do I not have? Oh, I know what's up. I'm looking at the other thing. I guess I don't really need this open. Because like, why can't I like your? Okay, that's one of the things. God, the integrated chat. Let me show you guys something here. Real quick. So I was using this. I wanted to see how I liked using this integrated chat thing so I could have Twitch at least together, right? But thing is, I can't like, it doesn't have, see if I undo this. Wait, now it's showing it. Wait a minute. Oh no, now it's not showing it. Like I've got buttons to click on, but it doesn't do the heart. And then now it shows up. Huh. So I guess the moderation tool's gotta be different. I gotta figure stuff out, but that's why if I didn't heart your message, that was why. So many different things to figure out. Thank God just for the night though, since that's not working anyways, might as well just shut that off. Well, since Twitch isn't working, rather, that actually was working how it's supposed to. Were emotes coming up? I'll see you in the future. I just noticed you're almost 10K subscribers. Me? No, dude, we're not picking up subscribers very fast at all. I'm at 6K something. But I'm grateful for all of them. Non-toxic ones. But no, we got a long ways to go, man. And we're not growing super fast this year, so got to do some other types of videos to kind of gain some traction for that kind of stuff too. Slight correction: corruption reverses healing if they're already low enough on health. Ah, my Sig 180 null will replace regen with degen if they're lower than 45%. Okay, gotcha. Because I was like, I don't think that's something I've encountered all the time, for sure. Tim, Sup, K Bam Bam? How do you do? Gab Master, hello. I didn't realize Anti-Venom buff was so good. It seems pretty solid. He's got a lot of utility, so for sure. I think what I might do for those videos too is I think I just need to like clip whatever the fastest fight was and then maybe just record a little message over it and then say, if you guys want to see the full video, click the link in the description or whatever, and maybe that'll help get those videos out to a little bit more people if I do it, you know, do a short with that and just say that. So I might try doing that tonight too, but I got to edit tomorrow's video tonight, and yeah, you know, stuff to do. Stuff and things. Tired and chillaxing with my lady, about to watch John Wick 5 or whatever it is up to. Is that like the ballerina one, or is it the latest John Wick one? Is the ballerina, that's like a spin-off, but that is out, right? I've never watched a John Wick movie. I probably should at some point, because who doesn't love Keanu? Who are the toxic ones? No, we were talking about Kick being toxic, so I don't know. That's the thing, is like, I liked bartending and I liked being a server and I was very good at it, and I could go back to that, making, you know, if I get on the right place, even with economic downturn, things, whatever happens, you know, I could still, people eat at restaurants have money, and in America, generally they tip. And so like my friends who still work at the restaurant that I used to work at are still making really good money. So if I got on at the right place, I'm sure I could still make easily $50,000, $60,000 a year, maybe higher, depending on where I worked at. But it still is a lot more stressful, obviously, than sitting in your living room and talking to you guys. And part of the reason for that is you guys are here because you like me. So like, I could say the wrong thing to a customer and be some rich housewife, and then she complains to the manager, and I get fired for making a joke that I thought was funny and they didn't like, or not giving the right service, or doing whatever, which for the most part, not really an issue, because, you know, I did it for years and fairly good at it. Know how to talk to people for the most part when I'm not being as honest as I am here. But it's just also not as much fun. I don't want to have to put on that server face, voice kind of thing, you know? And you're a curated group of people who like me, and you choose to be here. If I did things a little differently, I could probably grow the channel a little bit faster too. But I'm not, my sense of humor is not for everyone, that's for sure. And my honesty about certain things, and, you know, I don't kiss ass exactly, so that's just not something that everybody enjoys. There are a lot more people who are just different people than me, have different personalities, and will grow faster and have a slightly different audience. I like that you guys like me, and so it makes things more fun as a job to do. Are you able to give us proof of life on BG? No, he turned me down. He wanted to stay mysterious. It's like, fine, whatever. Fine. I didn't bug him about it because I was not there. I was just there to, you know, have lunch with a friend and not to report on him or anything, really. Other than that, like I said, he's doing well, so. And we'll be back at some point, so. Because, you know, he was curious about people and what they say and missing him and stuff. Don't start pressing buttons. That's how I accidentally registered as an offender. What? That's a joke for the week. The week of words. Boo! Jay sent over $5. Thank you very much, sir, for the $5. How could I forget the doggo? You guys never forget the doggo. Cheers. Thank you very much. And right behind it, I see a Mr. Mike Gohan stopping in tonight as well. What's going on? Evening, Abdo. Glad you're here. Love the content. Cheers. Well, thank you very much, dude. Thank you very much for the very generous support as always, Mike. I wanna sing Johnny Cash covering 9 Inch Nails to you right now. Wait, no, Depeche Mode. Sorry, wrong one. I was thinking of Hurt, but well, the Nine Inch Nails part. I was thinking of the of Hurt, but that Johnny Cash cover. But just Depeche Mode is personal Jesus. So yeah. What's up, though, buddy? How's it going? Thank you guys both very, very much for the support. Cheers. Cheers. Yeah, and those doggo treats are not cheap, so we do give Zoe a lot of treats. But we gotta, otherwise she'd be like really grumpy, and she deserves treats because she's a good girl. So totally the reason why. I'm here because I like Zoe. That's fair. That's my dad says that a lot, where he's like, yeah, well, hope she lives for a while longer. Like, well, yeah, I hope she lives for a while longer anyways, not just for YouTube. Jackass. Ballerina was cool. Was it good? Okay. Anti-Venom was hitting like a truck in the vids I saw today. Well, mine, remember, is completely impractical, so for sure. But yeah, he was fun. The Wolverine fight in particular was pretty fun. Just shutting down any regen and like, yeah. I think they're probably all going to be decent. I don't know. I'm hearing people liking Night Trasher a lot too. Is it true that BG has a full head of hair now? I cannot confirm nor deny. No, I already said he was bald. He's very bald. For sure. Oh, hey, yeah, I know the voice. I worked as a bar back once upon a time. Yeah. I really did have a fun time for the most part. And it would be good for me to get out and see more people. I mean, it's not like women are just dropping by my apartment and being like, hey, what's up, chubby 42-year-old YouTube guy? Like, just thought I'd knock on your door because I saw you streaming. That would actually be really creepy if they did that. But you know what I'm saying. But also, having a break from doing that kind of job is good. It's not good for your body. Doing that kind of stuff. It's not good for your body to be sitting down all the time too here, but I can actively work on doing other stuff. I'm fighting Enchantress and completely forgetting how to fight Enchantress here. I'm like, oh yeah, wait, I gotta do that green spell. Okay. Nope, crap. Well, we're just gonna do this then, because I'm kind of screwed. Yep. But yeah, there's certain social aspects I would say that I miss the most about that kind of stuff, but I'm having fun doing YouTube. It's fun. And I really like, it does make me, is one thing I did talk to Brian about and remind him of in a as little guilt trippy kind of way as possible while still guilt tripping him. Just that, yeah, you know, it makes a big difference for people to be here and for you to count on me being able to stream pretty much every night. And some people, that's a big difference in their lives. And I like that. I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist or anything like that. And I understand the nature of a parasocial relationship and whatnot. But man, we have like a intimate little community around here. That's not good. That's definitely not good. And I like that aspect of it. Bugman using the proper emotes, showing the respect. I like you for who you are and you don't try to be someone else. Why? Thank you, Russell. I appreciate it. I'm also just not sitting here fishing for compliments, guys, so don't don't think you gotta do that, but just explaining why it is I like doing what I'm doing currently. And it is something I can do from anywhere in the world, which you can mostly say that about bartending. Not everywhere, but mostly. Hooray for Jay and Mike, nice guys. Hooray for you too, Jeff. And Zoe's the best dog, yes. Almost as good as my cat. Okay, it's comparing apples to oranges. I mean, she's obviously cooler. You might have a really cool cat, but I mean, she's obviously cooler than a cat. It's silly. If you sing, is there a return button on Super Chats? Whoa, calm down. I think I could actually do decent-ish Johnny Cash for not like actually singing, but kind of talking through it, you know? Maybe we shouldn't test that though. Night Trasher, good one. Have you never heard that before, Charles? That's always what like he's been called, I thought. And if he's good, it'll still be, I'll still call him that. Like some nicknames just stick. Freaking Royal, I swear to God, Marcy, that Brian and I talked about that a little bit too, about just like trying to get used to using people's proper names when you actually know them in life, IRL, right? And it's like Marcy, I call her Royal because that's just how I think of her, Royal Marceline. And same thing with, you know, Captain Bay or Lags or whomever. There's lots of people that I actually know their real names and have met in person, but that I still think of them by their YouTube names because that's just easier. It sticks in your brain, right? And so there was something where Marcy needed my full name the other day, and she's like, "Wait, what's your full name?" And I was like, "It's Aaron Abdo." And she's like, "I was like, how do you not know my name is Abdo?" And she's like, "Well, I don't know. I thought maybe that was a nickname. Like, what is an Abdo a nickname for?" Like, you dork. Hey, Laser, been a minute. I know. Laser's not been around enough. Mike, I agree. Going to bed early bullshit. I almost hit you up, Laser, about friendlies if you wanted to take over and do that again. Maybe Monday or something. Abdo has secretly been working out and will show off his six-pack at the Vancouver meetup. No. But I would like to at least be under 200 pounds. That'd be nice. That would be nice. There are people who literally have no one to talk to with streamers' help by filling that void. The community is awesome as well. Yeah, dude, it's just so much fun. It's so weird for like oddly specific for this one game too. And that's why I'm trying to branch out and do other games and stuff. When you guys, I've been getting 20 or 30 people usually probably watching me stream other games. And then every once in a while, those streams do way better late at night, which I don't necessarily always want to be up late at night to do that. So I'm not exactly sure why that is. Maybe it's because no one is streaming MCOC. And so there's not other people to be watching for the MCOC stuff. So people just are kind of tuning in because I'm on and it's something. But I would really love to grow the variety streaming aspect of it and do other games and stuff too. Titania or Silk to rank 4. CamCOC, with the changes for the Silk bug, Silk lock thing, I'm hearing a lot of people really do not love Titania as much anymore. I would probably go Silk. I think I would probably go Silk anyways, though. But it kind of depends on your science roster in general. Because the science class is one where I have a hard time choosing whom to rank up. Because there's just so many damn good champions. How are you doing tonight, though? What's going on? That was a 6 out of 10 joke saying you're 42. 42. So why didn't you call me James, Duke of Buffalo Vlonder at the meetup? I didn't even think you had changed your stupid name to Duke of Buffalo Vlonder at that point. I believe. I really like Johnny Cash's last album of cover songs. Yeah. His version of Hurt is pretty awesome. It is. Most of those were really good, too. And a good example of actually doing something where, I mean, most covers, there's a lot of covers that are not that good. And it's hard. I would say it's usually harder to point out to a good cover than it is point out to bad ones. But the Hurt and Personal Jesus, there were a couple other ones on there I think they were really good too. Abdo, when you trade in your battle chips from the arena, is there one for Paragon or Valiant that is Thronebreaker? Thronebreaker is as high as it goes. Yeah. Something we should ask them about is like when we get a 7-star Punisher so they could do Valiant or Paragon crystals for the battle chips. They haven't messed with anything like that for quite a while. Then again, if they do that, I want Punisher buffed, man. Frank, oh, Frank. Maybe that's why I was thinking we could do that one for a max boosted video. Is max boosted ascended 6-star Punisher. Oh, God, it just sucks though. I'd have to speed it up. Have you ever seen the dude that can sing like Kurt Cobain? I think he's from Brazil. I do not believe so. I remember the kid that was in Silverchair who looked quite a lot like Kurt Cobain when he was young. What up, 1, 2? How do you do? Hit him with the 1, 2. Haven't had any problems with Titania. Yeah, a lot of people in Battlegrounds, specifically endgame kind of players, are not thrilled with the change. My science rank 4s are Deathless She-Hulk, Photon, and Ham. Yeah, I would say Silk. Yeah. Sounds good. For sure. No, we don't want the top. We don't want the top of the roster. Damn it. According to Trent Reznor, Hurt is not Nine Inch Nails song anymore. Did he say that? That's I could see him saying that. I love your Clear Obscure streams. They're helping me a lot on my game. Nice, dude. It's good to hear. I'm just having fun with that game. That game is so much fun. Don Hood, hello. How do you do? Like them both? Yeah, I definitely do. Both those songs or both versions too. Yeah, Art saying the same thing. I'm 100% sure I was James, Duke of etc. by the time of the meetup. I would like to believe you, James. But I know for a fact you don't have a wife, you don't have kids, you're not actually the Duke of Buffalo Valander because there's no such place. So I can't believe you. Also, I didn't say I was anything about calling people by their full name. I think I just called you James. I heard a funny thing the other day. If you fart 52 times a day, you'll lose a pound of fat. Wow, I don't want to know what your diet would be to have to fart 52 times a day. That sounds awful. Also, I would assume you would just lose weight from that gas, but I don't think it would be, your body doesn't convert fat. That's not how that works. It's a funny concept, but it's not how that works. Then again, I'm neither a biologist, a doctor, a nutritionist, or a fart expert, so I'm probably closer to being a fart expert than any of the other things. What do you all think? Rank 4, Hood or Kushala? I don't know. I recently took Hood to rank 3 and think he's a bit underrated and it'd be fun as a unique rank up. Is he high? Is he max Sig? Because I feel like Kushala is a much better, much better. I think she's a better utility champion. Has a lot more utility to her. But Hood has some unique utility too. And maybe I just need to play Hood better. I think as a standalone champion, Kushala is definitely the better champion. But I wouldn't hate a rank 4 Hood as something unique and interesting. I would say follow your heart. Follow your fart. I still have to do my first rank up for a Mystic too. I have noticed for Titanium, the opponent will throw their SP3 now when they didn't used to when you're going ham in the corner. Yeah, that's the change. Jamil, hello, how's it going? Anyone in chat in the cybersecurity field? That's not a question for me. Speaking of names, I changed mine recently, finally. Nice. Was it a well, you can say if you want to, whatever it was about, but did you change it like in real life, Lilac, or on a platform or stuff? Recently lost 10 pounds in one day. You let out 520 farts? Wow, Niter. How's it going? That's crazy. Nigel Cusera, hello. How's it going? Nitro. Makes much more sense. Would it be dumb for rank 3 Surfer just because I love the character? No, Nigel, you should never feel bad about ranking up any character that you love just because you love them. I guess time for a drink before my Powerade-ish kind of stuff here is all completely gone. SIG 120 my hood. Okay. It does make a big difference, right? I work in IT and Jamil and currently learning, but not enough to help. So sorry. Yes, IRL. Right on. Right on. Cool. Cool. Oh, God. I was using my standing desk today a lot, too. And I feel like I've still been sitting too long. All right. We're having a shot for the extreme generosity of the people in the chat. Let's see. And it's a Saturday night. What the heck not? Why not? What the heck? It's 9 o'clock somewhere. It's in fact 9 o'clock right here. So, yeah. In fact, right here, I'm gonna drink out of this shot glass from Morocco, just in honor of Sohaib, who was in here earlier in the chat. I don't know, Sohaib, if you're still around here, but my massage therapist was kind enough to bring this back to me from when she went to Morocco. So, cheers, guys. Cheers to our big shot, Mike Gohan, everybody else in our support. Jay, thank you guys very much. Ugh. Ugh. All good, Jay. I'm struggling finding work, just an IT field with some knowledge, no experience. Oh, you're looking for work, not help. Gotcha. Okay. I thought he would have. Are you serious? I'll join you in a bowl. Cheers, mate. My wifey joins as well and sends her cheers. Nice, dude. Well, cheers to you guys. I'm amazed that wifey doesn't mind that you're watching this and not something more interesting. Jiffly, hello. How's it going? Dang, how are you? Level 64 already. I'm pretty much up to date on all the content. And there's a spendy way to have gotten some of XP, right? There's been some events that like where spenders got XP, I think. I just hit it a couple days ago. It is kind of daunting to trying to remember all the things that need changing now, though. Yeah, I'll bet. It's also 5 o'clock somewhere. Well, technically it's 5:03 somewhere, but yep. No, hey, no, hey. Really do not like this guy's playstyle. Did you go in witness protection, Lilac, or getting married? Ha! Neither of those things, but I don't feel comfortable talking about why here. You should. Not that you should talk about it, but this is a place where you can feel absolutely comfortable. And if anybody has a problem with that, we'll keep you around, Lilac, and we'll get rid of them. So, cheers. What up, Diana? Love, how's it going? Good evening. It's all good. I was being sarcastic. Yeah, you're all good. I was kind of guessing maybe that was what you were alluding to, but that's why you notice when I started to say something, I kind of started to stop myself a little bit too, because it is personal and not any of our business, frankly. 703 here. So 703. Where the hell are you? I guess is it 7:03 a.m. then, you mean? So Diana, are you like in a same time zone as Greece, maybe? Happy hour is on there, Lilac. Ask the Abdongle. It is true. It is true. We happy hour runs all day in the Intoxicated Gamers Lounge. Shout out to those of you with a green name, a red solo cup, or possibly a keg. James, how far away are you from having a 3-year? Dude, I gotta get some more badges. I need to get a start screen again too. send Mummy as much as I can afford to from PayPal donos to make me a custom animation loading screen for stream starting screen rather, or do I just get a generic one somewhere free to start with? I like supporting Mummy for sure. Drice, how's it going? What's up, dude? Arena Grind, 12:05 a.m. here. So you're on the east coast of the United States, or somewhere that lines up with that. No. Okay. Bruh. Indestructible, lasting forever. Come on. Arena seriously has gotten so much more annoying. I mean, it is kind of shorter in that, you know, I can get it done with basically one grind of all my 7 stars here, and then like 1.5 kind of like rank 2 or higher in the other one. So it feels like it's kind of less time, but the fights themselves are just obnoxious. Yeah. Pay Mummy. I mean, it all depends on how much, you know, PayPal donos we get. Quinn Calling sending over, he sent over like 50 the other day. That's big. Heinz likes to do PayPal, which is really awesome. All support is welcome. It doesn't really matter. You know, YouTube should get their cut. They do stuff. Twitch does stuff, right? But the PayPal is what I mainly pay Mummy from, and Mummy is friggin' awesome. So I love to support Mummy. Use AI? Fuck that shit, Art. I hope you were joking. How could you, a graphic designer, engineer, whatnot, say to use AI? I assume that was sorry. I assume you forgot your /s, man. Art made our original channel art for free, which I was sad about when Mummy said he'd do a rebrand for me. Art, I was very sad to stop using your stuff because I really liked the stuff you made. But yeah, obviously, hey man, it's in text, you know. I do hate AI. I tried using a little bit of like ChatGPT for like suggestions for titles or like hashtags and stuff, and I don't feel like they did any better, and sometimes did worse. So I don't know. Some other people swear by it. Fun fact, according to Google, the maximum possible difference between times on Earth is 26 hours. That means that at 11 p.m. on a Monday in Baker Island, it is 1 a.m. on Wednesday in Line Islands. It's because like there's screwed up time zones out in the Pacific, right? So that somebody can celebrate New Year's first. Isn't that something like that? I remember. Sounds familiar. Barbados. Oh, nice. Dry ice. Nice. I have never been to Barbados. However, my parents, so fun story. My mom won a trip. I sometimes get the details incorrect, but they were living in Cincinnati when they got married. And that's where I was born, in Cincinnati. And they won a trip for a cruise in the Caribbean, and on the radio, I guess. My mom won a contest like that. She had some weird luck like that kind of stuff sometimes. And they used that as their honeymoon. I don't know if they had gotten married before that or if they got married after that. I can't remember exactly the details. If my dad is listening to this right now, he might tell me. But they did go to the Caribbean as their honeymoon. And I'm pretty sure they went to Barbados, I think. Pretty sure. If this is your business, then go for an original logo at the same time supporting local business. Well, it's not local. Mummy is definitely not local, and for reasons we don't discuss on the channel. I am a little nervous about sending him money, but no, I love Mummy and absolutely want to support him. So, but yeah, this is my business, right? This is, I just kind of meant, I didn't mean like not at all. I meant like more kind of temporarily. Should I do that? Because Mummy makes thumbnails and that kind of stuff, and did make my intro on videos that I use, the Hulk and stuff, and that kind of animation work is more difficult, and so I want to make sure I can send him more than I do, because I already don't pay Mummy what he's worth, unfortunately. He's very cool about it. Because when I said stuff at first, he was just like, hey man, just do, I understand you're just trying to start things on YouTube. He does so many things for free just because he likes to, for content creators and stuff. And whatnot, but like I don't like him doing anything big like that for free. I'm not gonna ask for that for free, so it's more a matter of like, in the meantime, the next couple weeks, do I wait for the PayPal funds to build up and just slap on something to generic, or do I just continue with Zoe Dog, really? Recently pulled 7-star Void, but now I have to awaken him, and I don't have a gem, and I don't think he's in the basics, so rip to me. By the way, I pulled him from a loyalty crystal. Well, of course, that's the only place you could pull him from, so you're correct about those things that you said, but also don't worry about it, because, no, do not put that guy in arena, because you'll just keep opening loyalty crystals till you get him. And Void is a fun champion, but not a necessary champion, so don't worry about it. And you might get a science gem at some point and be able to use it. I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm always a bit anxious around sharing. That's totally fine, Lilac. Totally fine. But like I said, you're safe here. If it's what I'm assuming. But you never know. Sometimes when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. Don't be, it looks better. Your stuff was great though, Art. Your stuff was absolutely great. We hate AI here. I hate AI. I hate the fact that it's taking up so much energy, and their server farms are really not cool to live next to. It's replacing the wrong jobs too, Like, we want people to do our laundry. We want basically, well, a not fun word, but we want manual labor things done by AI. We don't want art done by AI. Lots of tech people are even saying just use AI now. I had a meeting with alumni in my program, and we're talking about AI and how even they just sometimes tell their kids to try AI. There's legitimate uses for it, for sure. But art, do not like. Also, anything with that voice, certain things for YouTube or whatever, I'm just like, nah, I hate this shit, dude. Hate it. It's the future. By the day in the tech world, it's more of trying to get an understanding of AI. I don't like it. It's not good for the planet. It's not good in general. And it's just a tool that can be used for good or evil. Yes, I use it all the time at work for evil, to take over the world. Oh, I mean, we use it for good. Ha 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 ha. I think that you meant that as a no. That was not my best mwahaha, but whatever. You get the picture. You get the picture. Sure. Nice, yeah. I've only ever been to Jamaica, which does not sound quite as douchey as saying I've only ever been to Rome. But when I'm talking about going to the Caribbean and I say I've only ever been to Jamaica, as I just said that right there, I was like, that just sounds somewhat douchey. Yeah. Like, I'd love to go to Italy. I've only ever been to Rome. That just sounds douchier to me. Gonna shower and shave my bald head. How long are you streaming? Where are we at here? Probably not too much longer, Art. I do need to get that video edited. Again, there's a slight chance that I do a late night stream for Claire Obscure, for a grindy kind of stream, but probably not a ton longer. But it's good to see you, brother. Always. I've been on watching Batman animated series in the 90s binge, and an episode of Batman destroys an AI that's making clones. Nice. I like the Lower Decks episodes that have the evil AIs that want to take over and stuff. Some of those are some funny episodes. Lower Decks basically being the only new Trek thing that I like. Eileen learned that saying from The Odd Couple. The ass, you and me. Well, I don't remember. So does anyone remember the movie with Samuel L. Jackson and say Gina Davis, right? Yeah. It's like The Long Kiss Goodnight, and she's like a suburban housewife who had amnesia, and then she realizes that she was actually an assassin or something. And is that the one where he says ass out of you and me, or does he say it when you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and umption or whatever? Like, it was a variation on it rather than ass out of you and me, and I always thought that was kind of funny. Down with Skynet. Hey, I always say please and thank you to Chat GPT just in case, just in case. Nitro has no one seen iRobot? Yeah. No, I know, and DARPA and everyone's just like, let's just tie in this to whatever, and it's like, stop it, stop making dude, we're gonna get killed by AI. Oh, by the way, Mummy did a great job with the Abdorby thumbnail. Dude, I told him, I was like, hey buddy, can I please get a couple more of the general MCOC stuff ones? So he did because I only had 2 general MCOC kind of ones, and I was tired of recycling them because people like people like both of them actually, because people like mostly pretty much all my Mummy stuff. But there was the one I used last night, the Loki one, I thought looked good, and his stuff's just good. He's just really good at what he does. But so I only had those 2, and he's made like I think 4 more now that I can use to go through. Let me see. So I'm excited to use them. Although generally, I don't really want to do too many general MCOC streams. More often, I want to do more Battleground stuff. But yeah, so now we've got 2 more that you guys haven't seen yet. And one of them is definitely better than the other. The other one's fine. It's good. But one of them is definitely better than the other, and you guys will, I'm sure, like it. So if you get the reference. So 2 more general MCOC streams. That gives me 6 of them now that I can rotate through. And that's nice to be able to change up your thumbnails, for sure. Oh, I agree it's not good, but considering it's the job area I want to go to, I'm going to have to be learning a ton about AI. Yeah, you got to use the tools you're available to you, for sure. Jamaica's cool. Irie vibes. I had a very good time there. I went when I was 20 and my girlfriend was 21. And yeah, like a hurricane had just blown through fairly close, but not really done any damage, I think. But we stayed in the grill, and we stayed at the small hotel. They literally raked the beach every morning, and going out and being in the water, it was the most crystal clear blue water I've ever seen. I kept thinking of the Pixies song. Hi, Pixie. The Where's My Mind song, because he's like, Jay's gonna want his money back. I was swimming in the Caribbean, right? The fishies were hiding behind the rocks, and so like I just kept thinking of that because I was like, dude, I can see fish swimming around my ankles. This is freaking crazy. Which means that if people got close enough, they could definitely see what my girlfriend and I at the time were doing in the Caribbean. But hey, whatever. And yeah, that was a great vacation. I miss Jessica. She was that was the first true love, and yeah, didn't work out, but I miss her. I hope she's doing well wherever she's at in life. It was a fun trip. And Samuel ends with mother. Yeah. it was a fun movie for 90s, whatever it was. My company is going hard in how we can use AI. I think our Budget for next year for AI advances 12 million. God damn, dude. God damn. AI can't take your job if your job is using AI with the meme of the guy tapping his temple. I know that meme. I understood that reference. How you doing, Sans? You should be an AI, then you can get that budget, Jeff. Instead of spending 30K on a new car, buy an AI robot butler. That'd be cool. And I feel like we're a ways off from iRobot. Nope. Nitro, good try. Not doing it. Not doing it. I haven't been screening terribly. I've been reading most messages. It's much easier to read all the messages when you're doing arena too. But no. Man, Jessica gets a shout out, but he won't even say hello to his top subscriber. Who the hell are you talking about? Hey, I have an ex called Jessica too. It's like in Wayne's World, like everybody's girlfriend's back there, man. Oh man. Roe Butler. Oh, this from the guy who said he wasn't gonna make any more jokes. Boo, Sans. Boo. When do we get the hot robots like OS? She started out as a human, dude, so I don't know, man. It's a little weird. A little weird. They'll come from Japan, though. Japan's population is down by 900,000 people, I just saw. Oof. It's weird to me, too, when I see things like articles about, oh, humanity's in trouble. People aren't reproducing enough. And you're like, for what? We don't need 8 billion people on the fucking planet. I'm sure the Earth would be much healthier with 3 to 5 billion. Like, so anybody who's like talking about not having enough kids and stuff, they're probably a racist, frankly. I want the cyberpunk type of apocalypse, not the Terminator apocalypse. I would be okay with the zombie apocalypse, but I would need a lightsaber. It's really the only two things I've wanted out of life. A zombie apocalypse and a lightsaber. Because, you know, I mean, you got a lightsaber. You're just chilling. I guess other humans could shoot you from a distance since you don't have the force to deflect anything. And also, Jedi slug throwers, the Jedi did not do too well against them. But, just saying, a zombie apocalypse, chopping off heads here and there, you'd be fine. You'd be fine. All you really got to do in a zombie apocalypse, too, is wear bike leather, and humans can't really bite through that shit. Not that easily, especially when you get a lightsaber. You know. People shouldn't be scared of AI. It can't replace human thinking yet. Who knows? We could just all be AI in some really complicated simulation that we can't detect anyways. What even is existence? Oh, James, you can buy those 28K base model? Ew. Do you really need the whole thing? Isn't there just the part of it that's like, isn't that good? That isn't a joke, it's a marketing idea. TM. You better patent it now. I don't know which game studio is doing it, but there's one that is using AI in their games to have the bosses learn how to adapt to how the player fights, which sounds pretty cool. Does it? I don't know, man. That doesn't sound that cool. I don't want to be fighting adaptive AI. I already put in my quota for kids. Good for you. I'm happy for other people doing it. I'm out. I don't need to do that. I leave for 10 minutes and people are buying robots. We're talking about it. James can't afford it at the moment. He's jobless. Sorry, James. According to Blade Runner, we were supposed to have replicants in 2019. I always loved how many of those movies were like, in the far off future of 3 years in the future. And you're like, what? Like, dude, if you're, I get that people, I guess, grew up on the Jetsons and thought that like the future, we're gonna have flying cars by now, which I guess we kind of do, but not in all practical terms. But it always seems funny in retrospect that they didn't set stuff farther in the future. This Earth isn't even 50% populated. It's got way too many human beings. Try driving around Seattle and you'll be like, dude, there's just too many fucking people here. Way too many people here. That is one thing about COVID. There was a week or two in Seattle when everyone was in lockdown, but I still had to walk Zoe, of course. And like there were some businesses open, pet store, groceries, that kind of stuff. And we had huge fires, forest fires, just smoky out. I hated the smoke part, but I'm wearing a mask because we don't really know exactly all the full details at that point. And there's just a huge city around you and nobody's outside. And I'm just like, it was really fucking nice. Like, I could do with way fewer humans on the planet. I'm not saying we should be killing anybody and having a eugenics or kind of war, apocalypse, any of that kind of stuff. I'm just saying, I think the planet would probably be pretty nice. 3 or 4 fewer billion people, you know, like we'd probably be just fine. Students are complaining that teachers are using AI to mark their work. I wish that was true. What up, Miss Jane? Good evening. I assume the pen I sent you died by now. I'd like true PvP and MCOC. Yeah, but the same thing has always been said where this is a game of responses, and so it'd be very boring because you'd always just be waiting for the other person to move, and it wouldn't be very fun, actually. I'd rather not fight a Souls boss who adapts to high play. Yeah, no, that doesn't sound good to me. I call that baked out of my gourd. I've seen the Matrix we live in, but forgot the address. I do like the meme that's, you know, in the Matrix, how the only way to get out of the Matrix was using landlines, and we're just getting rid of all landlines nowadays. In the distant future of 2020, yes. Science and technology they showed made us watch at school was called Beyond 2000. I think I might have seen that. And now I'm just thinking of Conan O'Brien. In the year 2000. In the year 2000. Like, Slayer's found an episode of 2020. Thanos did nothing wrong. Thanos did so much wrong. He could have just doubled the resources, punk ass. Also, he killed a whole lot of people on the way up to that. So I'm hearing from Abda is that Thanos is correct. No. Very empty city sounds so nice for someone as anxious as me, but I didn't get that because we handled COVID well. Good for you guys. Oh, the complaining about true PvP, it would be the worst thing ever. Yeah, dude, it just wouldn't work. Woo, true PvP, yeah, whole block go. Yeah, exactly. It just wouldn't work, unfortunately. Uh-oh. Stream hasn't said anything. I can get a notification the stream is messed up? Nope. Yep, okay. The carbon footprint was way smaller during COVID. The air quality was the best since in the industrial age. Yeah. No, we're already beyond the tipping point. I feel bad for future generations. We're going to have to figure out a technological solution about how to manage our environment and if humanity is going to continue to exist. But Pineapple stream good? Okay, it was just the game. But yeah, no, we're already beyond a tipping point. We're already beyond like 11 tipping points. We might be just the oceans might be screwed like completely. And I just do, you know, we're just not there technologically. But we also need to be able to manage the Earth's climate at some point if we're going to progress into a stage 1 type 1 civilization, right? Because we need to be able to go and terraform other planets and move on if we're going to continue to survive. So, oh, but they could just take away parry? Yeah, that sounds terrible. No, I'm okay without it. I've never played the video game at Dave & Buster's, but that's the experience, and it'd be interesting to see. Got a scat cat daddy and watch movies with my very stoned girl. Night all and have a great night, big boss. Jay, thank you very much for the support. Shout out to your old lady, whether or not she's old or not. You know. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys watch something fun. Cheers. Glaciers are melting fastly now. Yeah. Sea level rise is very bad for that kind of stuff, but it's more the toxic. If the oceans can't support life, like that's where all of our oxygen comes from. Not all of it, but a lot of it. So if they get too hot and they can't, like, it's real bad. Real bad. It's very nice that that's another reason why I'm like, I don't need to have kids. I don't need to bring anybody into this world. And somebody has to, right? If we're going to continue as a species, but it doesn't have to be me. There's nothing so special about my genes. We got to do it. You have to read that again like it's a stupid people explaining why it would work. Yeah, I'm the energy for that. Part of me is almost glad I can't have my own kids because of that, but then I can still be a mom through adoption, so that's cool. That's another thing too, like if I ever get back on like a dating website or something like that, I would put, you know, in the section where it says wants kids, I'd be like, no, but open if it was the right partner, because there's so many kids out there who need adopting, and I know from experience of dating two single mothers, shout out to Jessica, that, you know, I think I'm actually fairly good at parenting in some ways, not great, right? But I mean, I have a lot of empathy and have more patience with children than I do with a lot of other things in my life. And I have a need to care for people. Before I got Zoe, I got super depressed, and it's just when you don't have something outside of yourself, when you're a person like I am, I don't take that good a care of myself. Whereas if I have someone outside of myself to take care of, it gives me purpose. And because I just don't have like great ambition. I don't need to rule the world. I'm not a psychopath or a sociopath. I think I don't need to like be a CEO of a company. I don't need to be a millionaire. I don't want to be rich and famous. I just want to be comfortable, be able to travel, help people out, you know, that kind of stuff. So I think I was pretty good at it. Grandparents were like, we really appreciate you being in our granddaughter's life, you know, and I think they were being sincere about that. But so like I'd put down in my dating profile, I'd put down open if it was the right partner, but it doesn't have to be my genes. My parents talked to me about the fact that my mom said a lot, because my mom was someone who suffered from depression, that she kind of wished they'd done some genetic counseling. Maybe I never would have existed, which I know a lot of kids who were adopted or who, that gets into debates we definitely don't want to talk about. But, you know, there's just a lot of good kids who need adopting, and my genetics are not, I'm not a particularly athletic person. Like I was okay when I was younger, nothing crazy. I think I'm relatively intelligent, but not, you know, like I can, you can raise IQ 20 points with kids by environment rather than, you know, whatchamacallit. So anyways, I put down open to the possibility, but it's not something I need to do. I would much rather, I'd much rather open up an animal rescue with the right partner. Although she'd have to like other animals besides cats and dogs, because mostly I just like cats and dogs, and I'd probably need someone who, if it's gonna be like a true animal rescue, you'd want to be able to take in horses or goats or different, all animals, you know. Cheers though, guys. Let's have one more before we end the stream. I'm not gonna end the stream immediately, but just anyways. Oh God. Cheers to humanity. The portion of you is not awful. Humanity, my simultaneously favorite and least favorite thing about existence. Cheers. Humanity already figured out how to exist. It's called screw 99% of the population while the 1% goes in space. Yeah, no, not good enough. That's one thing where talking about Mars or terraforming other planets is so much more difficult to create another environment that's Earth-like than it is to just keep Earth from being a shithole. Like, you're never gonna, we are designed to live here at this gravity, at this pressure, at whatever. It's so much harder to do all the other stuff. Not all superheroes work capes. I worked healthcare. Wear capes. I worked healthcare and was in contact with folks with COVID. Yikes. Thank you though, Hal, for doing that. How are you doing tonight, Nasty Dan? What's going on? Some next generation problems? Yeah, like my hangover is tomorrow's errand problem. You'd make a great dad. I would like to think I'd be okay at it at least. Patience with children. More children with A than MCSC. AI tilts abdo more. That's completely different. Sounds very similar to me. I just want a robot butler and to rule the world, but that doesn't mean I'm crazy, does it? No. Everybody wants to rule the world, I'm pretty sure. I heard that somewhere one time. Cheers. If I'm to leave a mark on the world, I want it to be through helping people in the natural world. I think I would feel differently if it were hundreds of years ago and I could conquer an empire. Then I'd probably be awful. But I'm not conquering an empire, and I don't need a dynasty. That's not happening. So really, I don't really need any legacy. I don't need to be remembered. In a way, if humanity goes on, YouTube servers stay up. I got thousands of hours now of me existing. People can check in on. My ex and I talked about getting a micro pig. Is there such a thing? I thought all pigs got big eventually. His name would have been Christopher Percival Bacon. It's not a bad name. Like a mini? Like, aren't those just like, what do they call them? Like teacup pigs? Don't they just get crispy bacon? Oh my God. Boo! Cashew! Boo! God damn it. Take a friggin' lap. I'll give you a 6 out of 10 though. That's actually pretty good, and I didn't get it right away. James had to explain it, and boo. Take a friggin' lap. You got a free one, asshole. I saw a video, baby elephant caretaker poked him. He chased him. One comment said if he didn't have, he would love to do the job. Didn't have, I'm not quite sure what you're saying there. Dirk, what up, dude? How's it going? Super late. Hey, man. We chilling? Yeah, the AI should know better, right? Yes. Yeah, it should. That's why I beat it. It's because it should know better. You're fighting me in arena right now? I fight Yuki is like one of my most common ones. Monkey to Luffy, Yuki, a couple other, Jose Targaryen. There's a couple other people that like pop up all the time in arena for me if I'm paying attention. Well, you're the man who wanted to build a pyramid in Seattle. I don't want to build a pyramid in Seattle. I want to build a pyramid kind of close to Seattle. I want in downtown Seattle, man. There's like a lot of forests and mountains around here. I want to build it privately a ways away. Oh dear gods, the aliens are going to receive transmission of Abdo's streams. Then they're going to be real mad when they get here. Why would they be real mad? Because I'm dead by the time they get here? Shut up, James. Hey, I was serious. That's the name we chose. I'll take a 6 out of 10 though. EMI? I don't know what that is, Arun. Hey, switch. Thank you. I get Dragon Dagger in Arena all the time. We used to send each other screenshots. Nice. Nice. Haven't seen Dragon Dagger for a little while. The West Coast does have a lot of cool forests from what I've heard. Especially the redwoods. Did you mean like cool as in temperate? Boo myself. Boo. Seattle is beautiful. I think I'm gonna start my travel channel. Don't expect much out of it to start with, but I will do it. I was thinking about walking through the forest today again too, because like I live right next to a park that's basically a forest, but it's pretty busy. There's trails all over, but there's, you know, a lot of people. You can still hear jets going overhead, but you can't hear cars. But I don't think I've ever put out a members only video, or that's one thing I talked to Brian about. He never did anything for members as a video. And we both agreed, like, I don't want to have exclusive MCOC content for just members, because I don't want to lock out anything that could be useful to people. But I also want to do members stuff that makes it worth getting a membership, you know? It's hard to kind of find a balance of that. Some of you guys are just very cool and supportive. How many do we have at the moment? We've been like around 60-ish for ages, I feel like. I would love to somehow get up to 100 regular members by the end of the year, but that and 10K was subscribers is my goal, but we're not progressing that quickly. How many current members do we have? Did you know? Did you know? Creators who mentioned memberships in their videos saw 3 times more members on average than those who didn't. Oh, we only have 118 members at the moment. Yeah, and 62 with the recurring membership. Go in the wrong direction. We've had upwards of like 500 because of gifted, and I think 67-ish for like ones that were recurring ones. But yeah, July was a bit of a rough month, but you know. Anyways, I don't know what kind of content to do that would entice people to get memberships, you know? But so that's why I've done stuff like opening the box of video games, or stuff with Zoe, or going to a Seahawks game, because I don't want it to be stuff that could be actually useful to people. But I still gotta find something that's enticing. After watching Weapons, I'm staying my ass out of any forest for a while. Is it a horror movie, I take it? Monthly installments for like home and house and car loan, etc. What does the what does it stand for? I'm just a big fan. I remember seeing them in a David Attenborough documentary. I think they'd be cool to see in person. Oh, the Redwoods? They are. They're incredible, yeah. Travel channel where you take the train across the US. Sometime I find myself watching those for some reason. Yeah, I've watched some of those videos. Just in general, like I'm planning on going to Washington, DC. I'm planning on going to Vancouver, BC. So my cousin and her daughter, again, avoiding political aspects, but they don't feel safe at the moment in the US, and so they've moved to Valencia, Spain. And so in Valencia they have a festival called Las Fallas. It is in March, and depending, I would on lots of different factors, I'd like to see if maybe my dad and I could go visit them around the time of that festival. So that'd be super cool to check out. I want to just travel. I love to travel. I don't actually love the act of traveling, but I like being new places, you know? And so I think it'd just be fun to have kind of a travel vlog of things, or showing different cities, showing whatever. I think just going around Seattle on different walks would be fun too. And that some people would get a kick out of that. But that's like starting a completely new channel, and oh God. Energy. Getting the energy for doing all these ideas that I have is a struggle. Just keeping up with MCOC and being the alliance leader is difficult enough. Shout out to my officers, especially Hines. Hines is fucking the best officer we've ever had. I'm sure the other officers in the alliance would not take offense at that, would agree with that. It does definitely make things easier for me, and for them. One time I stopped in to say hi and literally every name was green or blue. That was cool. Yeah. We were up to a bunch. Mike is incredibly supportive, man. Mike is so supportive. So many of you guys are, but Mike over the last few months has been incredibly supportive and generous, and that's he got a different phone, so he can't gift members, so he's just sending over super chats instead of the gifted members, so that's kind of fallen off a little bit. Safedar likes to send a lot of members, like lots of people love to super chat. The time when Darkness and Nasty Dan did, I call the Nasty John, because Darkness's name at that time was John, Confluence, and that was my best day ever of any job I've ever done. Like, I was a blackjack dealer, and I would regularly make $500, $600, $700 a night. I'd do that 2 or 3 times out of the week often. I'd make $300, $200 almost every night I worked. If I only made like $100, it's because I only worked like 2 hours and got off, right? Like, I used to make great money. In the restaurant business, I had to work a lot harder for that, but I also had some really good nights where I'd make $400, $500, $600, right? I've never had as good a night as I did from John or Darkness and Nasty Dan together, because that was like, and a few other people that night too. That was like $1,200. I'm like, dude, that was fun. So that was definitely my best night on YouTube. And then some months, I don't even make $1,200. Mostly for this year, other than July, we've gotten at least $1,300, which is basically my rent. July was rough. We didn't quite get there, but for a while now, I've just even making rent, doing YouTube and hanging out with you guys. You guys are fucking awesome. Seriously, like, it's spectacular. Taco Monster, long time no see. What up, Taco Monster? How's it going? Equated monthly installment. Ah, okay. I haven't heard that here really. Maybe that's not an expression that Americans use as much, Arun. I was gonna do a train trip in Canada, but holy heck, was it expensive? Yeah, I'll bet. The train trips through the Canadian Rockies and like videos I've seen of that and historic stuff of that Sanskrit are like really cool though. What up, Lorson? How you doing? How's it going? Lorson, I think we still need to, speaking of Hines, I think we still need to add you into the proper chat for the battle group and get your defense sorted out at some point. I'm an above average role player. What up, Al? How's it going? How are you doing? You're a great alliance mate as well. Ethically misaligned individual. I like it. It's in Humboldt and its name is Hyperion. Oh, the biggest redwood. We have some redwoods here in the park I go to all the time. I'm pretty sure they're redwoods anyways. They were like not transplanted, but like brought up here. Pretty sure. The park that's right next to me it's really nice. And I've been looking at different places to live in Seattle as I try to figure out more what the best thing for my dad and I to do is, because I'm his only child. My mom is dead and he's 66 and we love each other, frankly. I'm very fortunate. I would always say I grew up with 2 of the best parents you could ever have. And regardless of any fights I had with them growing up or whatnot, they're just wonderful individuals. And I will make sure that my dad is never in a home. My mom's mom, my grandmother, Granner, we called her because she thought Granner was sportier than Grandma. I grew up from age like 5 or 6 or so on living with both my parents and Granner, and that was a really good experience. And she passed away in 2008, 2007, I want to say, at our home together. And there's just never any thought, and like, no shade to people, I'm not trying to put anyone down negatively, but I would never want my dad, like if I was rich, I would never be like, oh dad, I'm putting you in the most expensive retirement community possible and you're gonna love it there and there's seniors for you to hang out with. But no, man, I'm just never gonna do that. I'd much rather take care of my dad as he's taken care of me for all my life. So looking at places to move in Seattle, if I was going to move in with him somewhere, I really love our setup right now, right? We live in the same apartment building, but we live across the hall from each other. So we don't actually have to live on top of each other. But going forward, financially, I think it just makes sense to like get a townhouse or a house or condo or something, and then actually live together. And so in looking at that, looking at the different neighborhoods, dude, it's hard to move away from where we're at right now because the neighborhood we live in right now is really nice. There's extremely low crime. It's absolutely beautiful, outside. You do live in the city, so there are crazy unhoused people who are screaming and whatever. But yeah, it's hard to look at going somewhere else because, dude, where we live, in the park next door, it is so nice, so nice. EMI, easy money investment. Everybody move in time. Everybody clap your hands. Sorry. I 100% pretend to put my dad in a home. Effer used to prank me all the way when I was a kid. I owe him one good one. I mean, as long as you didn't actually do it, I kind of like that. That sounds pretty good. Cruel and evil, but like once you revealed it was just bullshit, I'm sure that your dad probably has the kind of sense of humor where he'd love it. Boo, boring game mode. Arena here? Yeah, hell yeah. Hyperion is estimated to be 600, 800 years old and 380 feet tall. I'm pretty sure. Just double check. Maybe are the cedar giants? I think they are. I don't know. I am not 100% sure on that. I'll check sometime after. Let's see. So there definitely are in Washington and Oregon. Giant sequoias. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but the trees are really, really cool. There's a couple that are really big. There's one that is at an intersection in the park of trails where it's like a lot of dogs have to pee on it because Zoe loves to sniff that one. Definitely loves to sniff that one. Dang, I think that's more impressive than the giant cowrie we have here. Are those a type of tree too? Wouldn't actually put him in one, but I would absolutely take him in and have the conversation. I'd even drive him around it and watch his face the whole time. Hopefully you can do that for your dad for as long as need. Eventually my grandma... Eventually my grandmother got to the point where my parents could not take care of her and she needed special assistance. That's a different story, right? That is true. That is a different story. That's what I meant, like, no shade to, dementia and Alzheimer's are really awful. Aaron from Ohio. I am also Aaron from Ohio as well as Aaron from Ohio. Oh, I think our biggest one is called Tane Mahuta. I don't know if I'm pronouncing any of that correctly. But my grandparents were self-sufficient until the day they died. That's really cool too. That is super cool. My grandmother, Granner, was mostly. It was really only like a couple of weeks at the end there, and then we just did hospice and stuff. I miss her. She was a very nice lady. Are solo raids worth doing? Rewards feel like a waste of time, but not sure if I'm overlooking something. No, it feels like that the energy requirement doesn't really feel very satisfying. Rocky, how you doing? I would, I don't think rewards wise really, they don't seem very special to me. And if you feel the same way, I wouldn't worry about it too much. We get plenty of raids tickets other ways and stuff, so it's meant to be a sandbox where you can test things out. And that is my complaint about it, is that if we're supposed to test things out, then why the hell does it cost 30 energy for shit rewards? And if you're gonna make it cost 30 energy, then give us some good rewards, you know? So yeah, I don't like it. I like the fact that they introduced it. I very much like that. They had the idea to do that, but and finally get around to it, but I don't like this implementation of it. So don't feel bad if you're just skipping it, I would say. Yes, they are giant podocarps native to New Zealand. Okay. How many times was Goebel written on the ceiling cat? He told me I was adopted once and my real dad was in the CIA. I believed him for like a week until my mom found out and yelled at him. Nice. 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 I mean, yeah, Sanskrit makes a point about the refined XP, but also I don't think I care that much about it, you know? It's okay, Maori words are hard enough for me and I live here. Fair enough. You pronounce that awesomely, Abdo. I'm Maori. Oh, really? I didn't know that, Bugman. That's cool. Sanskrit gave me enough shit that I think I'm now saying Temuera Morrison properly. I think. I listened to him say it a few times, so like not Sanskrit, Mr. Morrison. But yeah, I love in general learning about or seeing Polynesian or, you know, Southern Pacific or just Pacific Islander kind of culture in general. Seems like a lot of really cool stuff. I loved the, I forget what the reason was, but was it in New Zealand or where was it? But I think it was because some kind of racist bullshit going on against Maori people, and the one like you know, parliament member or whatever leading a haka in the chamber, the official chamber and everything like that. Like that was very powerful to see, I would say. What up, Juan? How do you do? Yo, when is the next piece of good content? I don't think I've ever been this bored of the game. How is that possible? You've been playing for long enough. You should have absolutely gone through this drive times before. Crucible 2 is in like 3 days. Yeah, Wednesday we got stuff to do. Wednesday we got like too much content. What will be your next game? Just like Expedition 33? Any other game who have a chance to compete with Expedition 33 for best game? I don't know, dude. I would have a hard time seeing that. It's so incredible. I don't have any plans on anything right now, and we still got a lot of stuff to do in there. Throwback Thursday, I do want to do KOTOR 2 at some point. Definitely. I want to do other like older games too. New games, nothing that I've seen that I'm super excited about or anything. But we don't get one whole sig stone for solo raids. Totally worth it. But don't we get one whole sig stone? No, we don't get any sig stones. Do we? Shit, honestly, if it has a sig stone, I would do it. How many what? My birthday is on the 13th of this month. Dry ice, right on. Happy early birthday to you. I mostly just struggle because I can't roll my R's. I need to, I really want to get fluent in Espanol. I took a couple years in high school, and I worked in kitchens long enough, and there's just enough Hispanic people around that I really should be fluent already. what I've always joked is that I just really need one hot Latina girlfriend, and I could be fluent in Spanish. But I would really like to because, well, A, there's just a lot of people who speak Spanish in the world, and B, I already know like enough of it to be like on the way there. So just, you know, practicing it should be good. And then C, I do that as part of thinking about what my dad and I would be doing, would be potentially buying at least a place for an Airbnb, or maybe a place to move to in a Spanish-speaking country. So multiple different reasons, but I really kind of want to work on that. If anyone's ever used anything that they really, really like, let me know. Because like, I feel like Duolingo or those kind of programs, there's just so many of them out there. I have no idea what actually works for people. Top of the morning to ya. How's things, Baldy? What up, Kalu? How do you do? Good morning. We chillin'. Just doing some boring ass arena. Took me 2 matches to win my Battlegrounds matchup. I need to continue to edit my video for tomorrow. It doesn't have to be out at 10 a.m., so I don't have to stay up all night doing it. I stayed up way too late last night. I stayed up till like 5 a.m. and then woke up at like 10 a.m. I really need to get better sleep than that. Because I need to get Zoe out earlier in the mornings and that, because it's going to be hot. It's going to be close to getting back up to 90 degrees here. And living in the concrete jungle as I do, it's just way too hot for dog paws for most of the day. But Zoe, being an anxious little pupper that she is, really doesn't like the nighttime in the summers that much either. So, and I stream, you know, when it starts to get cool. So, yeah, it's I need to get better on a better schedule of getting to sleep earlier and getting up earlier. Swear Kabam, got to stop with the huge content drops. Yeah, sometimes you're feeling exhausted and other times you're like, why no cool things? I mean, you still have like 20 Clear Obscure streams to go at least. There's so much endgame stuff. Yeah, but I don't necessarily need to stream all of that either. Because, like, I do want to get back and do another playthrough of Cyberpunk 2 with the Phantom Liberty DLC and stuff. But, like, you don't, you know, for the purpose of streaming, I was kind of talking to Brian about that the other day too. Is like, I do kind of want to do some kind of series as a Let's Play where I just release like 20 or 30 minute videos of episodes, kind of going through a story of stuff. But that takes a lot of time editing, of course. And then it just takes even more time actually playing through. And kind of feels weird to me to not stream if I'm playing through something, because any time that I'm streaming is, realistically speaking, just an opportunity for people to send over super chats and whatnot, or become members, or do that kind of stuff. And it doesn't matter, like, you know, some streams you don't make anything, but some streams somebody sends over $5 and you're like, sweet, that's $5 more than I would have had otherwise. I mean, it's not technically 5, but you know what I mean. So that's why I'm kind of like, I want to grind and do some grindier stuff for Claire, but that makes for more boring of a stream. But also, if I'm going to be doing that anyways, kind of feel like, I should just be streaming it, because that's an opportunity. If you're available, people can send support over. Duolingo was cool until they started using AI. Rosetta Stone is probably the best, still the best. I'm only waiting for GTA 6. I rejoined 4BGs before GTA 6. And then we're going to lose you and Lefty, and maybe me. What? So have I misremembered what the rewards are for solo raids? Crap, you're right. Yeah, it's like there's no Sigstone that I remember. Fluency in Spanish would increase your chances of hot Latina. Right? You'd think so. I was fluent enough when I visited Mexico a couple times to encounter some friendly hot Latinas. Smeekers, what's up? Yeah, I heard Duolingo has been going slowly downhill for many years. Okay. Damn Duke, catch 22. Uh-huh. As someone who studies language in university, no app is going to teach you properly. Better move is to go to lessons, and the absolute best move is to move to a country where you're forced to use it. Sure, of course, right? But there is stuff that will, in the meantime, if there was something that I could do for 10 or 20 minutes a day, rather than scrolling Instagram or Reddit or something, if I just worked that into my daily routine, 10 or 20 minutes, and it would help me to become more conversational with with Spanish, I would love to do that. If someone had like an idea that they really liked about that, some service or something like that. I'm not watching any more Cyberpunk until you turn off bra mode. Well, we could stream it on Kick. And make you subscribe for a different streaming platform. Turn it off. I just don't think I can do it on YouTube. As long as you don't play COD or Fortnite, I'll watch. I have no desire to play Fortnite. Call of Duty I do enjoy, but not as... I actually enjoy the stories more. Make a zombie game, part of getting freaked out? Yeah, I know you... I've heard you suggest it a few times, Arun. There's some that I like the idea of, too. You don't need fluency in Spanish. All you need is money, and it talks, and not that much. Yeah, but realistically speaking, I'd rather be fluent. I got the bullshit. That walks. Part 1, this game is scary. Part 2, the jump scare caught me. Arun, you gotta start doing some of this stuff yourself. You have lots of different ideas. You gotta do some of it yourself. AJ Nick, hello. How's it going? How's the day going? I'm doing pretty well, man. Doing pretty well. I gotta figure out how to get people to watch these damn max boosted videos, though. Oh, so for anyone who's actually watched the max boosted videos, do you fucking hate that music or what? Like, I'm wondering. I don't know what other kind of music to put on there. It's not like I'm gonna put on country music or rock and roll. I feel like I just feel like the techno kind of stuff makes more sense. And it's what I've always seen for MCOC kind of videos too. But do people just hate it? Did we not have a marked passive up on this guy? What happened here? Bro. Put someone who is good in that language in a Discord call while you play MCOC. I don't really love having people on call. Cutting the doom scroll has been one of my big things lately. I've been trying to read, write, and draw more instead. Sounds good. Sounds like you got some good advice on that. Mm-hmm. Gift of Gab always helps. True. I think Sans already has a Kick account. DD used to stream there while he actually streamed. Really? DD was on like a couple weeks ago, wasn't he? The apps offer the most people who are complete beginners. Offer the most to people who are complete beginners. If you're serious about learning and want to spend like 23 minutes a day on it, I'd get a beginner book on it that has tasks in it. Okay. Interesting. Honestly, I think he said kink and my brain was like, I'd be down. Oh my god. All right, let's see. What are we doing? Let's do... How many more champions do I even have to use here? There's probably no way I do any more arena when I'm done with this. Probably get to some realistic point here. I kind of don't want to edit anything tonight, too. I should, though. I should. I need to cook something, too. I think I have something that's probably going to go bad if I don't use it today or tomorrow. I would love to draw more, but I'm a perfectionist to a detrimental level, so it's hard. Yeah, that was never a skill that I had, so I just never worried about it. YouTube, while being not an art like writing or drawing or music or whatever, it's not an art, but it is a creative outlet in a way, because you do think of stuff and get some ideas and learn stuff and grow, and it does fill some of that niche for me, or like, you know, I don't know. It fills some kind of creative gap that's missing in my life without it. Abdon, reading a book, reading nodes is hard enough. Or reading nodes is enough. I'm just adding in words now. I read a lot of shit. I just don't read specific things. Nodes are stupid. That's not the right thing. How many more of these guys do I have? Okay, I have a decent amount of rank 5 champions left. Let's finish off them, and then we'll probably call it good for the stream. So like another 20-30 minutes, probably. Call it good. So let's have one more shot. Because it's, you know, Saturday night. Saturday night's all right for fighting, too. So you know. Just so you know. All right, hang on. Hang on. I basically only had like leftover scrambled eggs and blueberries today, like blueberries and a kiwi. So I'm actually already fairly well starting to feel these first 2 shots. So 3 shots and I'll be like, yeah, I should cook some food and go to bed. Maybe I'll go to bed before 5 a.m. Cheers, guys. Stream on Kink and you'll be Bran and Pants Off mode? Huh? Kindred Spirit. Yeah, I have photos I captured in the Mojave Desert that I want to draw. That's cool, dude. I just don't have that kind of talent. Like, even my stick figures are embarrassing. Who'll be your next rank 4? I don't know. I'm gonna have a couple here real quick. I can do one pretty much right now with the Radiance that I could get, the T7B I could get from the Radiance store, rather. I think I have to do a Mystic and a Mutant pretty much just because I'm getting kind of really high on those catalysts. I would love to do Jessica Drew though. She'd be a fun rank 4. I'm kind of just tempted to do her anyways. We could look at that before I end the stream. I don't know. I need to record some stuff for ranking up stuff too, which I don't usually like to do after I've been drinking, so I probably won't do that tonight, but sometime soon. Yeah, that's the problem, is if I ever am happy with something, I know I'll come back later and be like, this could be better. That's just part of life. How about 4 shots? Maybe the 4th one when I'm off stream, maybe. I've only not felt that way once. Well, hopefully it was really cool. I didn't have shots last night for the rest of the year. Oof. Sorry, must have been feeling today, huh? Sad thing is my art teacher told me he thought I should continue doing art when I was like 13 to 14 and I didn't follow his advice, and I really wish I had now. Yeah. But it's never too late on something like that, too, if you have some talent. I've seen, you know, that's, speaking of doom scrolling or checking out things, seen people on Reddit who aren't, you know, they're older and, no, older than 13 or 14 at least, and show their drawing progression throughout a year and stuff. And so anything like that that you want to practice, you might be able to get good at. And if it's something you enjoy doing, what's the harm in it? There's a lot of things that I enjoy doing, but I know wouldn't be profitable. And yeah, to a certain extent, you got to balance those things in life, right? But if it was a hobby like that, just go for it. You could be drawing something right now while listening to my stream in the background. Completely. Although I don't know what your creative process is and whether or not that'd be too distracting. It was actually, it was on a paper for an assignment last year. Last year? See? Okay, that's, you're a year away from something you really like. That's not that bad. Did really well on, okay. Older than you? Shut it, James. Old jokes. I'm 42, man! Let's start dyeing my beard. Every dollar James sends over for his terrible jokes when he's gainfully employed again, I'll set aside in a separate fund just to buy dye for my beard, just enough to listen to your bullshit. It's fine by the time we went to the movies, but this morning was brutal. I had to hand wash my sheets because I didn't want glitter in my new washer. I don't know what that story's about. I don't even want to know. Glitter is awful. Glitter gets everywhere. Yeah, no, James, don't ask. I don't want to. No, don't even know. I was discussing a project we did on an invasive plant called Selaginella kraussiana. No idea if I pronounced any of that correctly. There's a language I'm probably not going to learn to speak. Latin. And now my brain is doing chanting of the Halo theme song out of nowhere. Sorry. Somehow that's what Latin went to. I wish they still made cool Halo games. That's something I will eventually play on the channel. Dude, why is this guy so annoying? Bruh, just trying to finish this fight. It is more commonly known as African club moss, if that helps. It does not. It does not. Halo maybe getting a new game? Dude, everything's been shit for so long now. I don't know. It just, I guess, you know, part of it's nostalgia too, but those first three games were just so cool. Those first three games, and honestly Reach and ODST, those are just incredible video games, and everything after that has been kind of shit. Did you finish All Humans Must Die? No, we only did like the one stream, actually. We've not even gotten anywhere close to that one, James. Just because like Thursdays, like everything's been thrown off, so I would like to do more of that too. That was definitely a vibe. That was an interesting one for Throwback Thursday. I did not remember how like wildly sexist and like I remembered like the jokes and some of the things about like, because it's a 2000s game joking about 50s American culture, and so like I remembered some of that stuff, but I didn't remember being like, wow, okay, they just, okay, cool, interesting. I remember being funny and fun, and it is still, but it's like, I don't know, it's an interesting vibe for sure. I would like to finish anything I start, though. I don't want to Jumanji anything. Yeah, so we that could be something, though, that I just kind of like randomly play. I would like a more regular thing. I don't know. I'm still debating. I liked the idea of having Throwback Thursday and Tuesday being the new game day and Sunday being whatever. There's just honestly a lot of times where there's so much content in MCOC that it throws other things off. I kind of also, after trying to do a more regular this type of game schedule or that type of game schedule, I kind of don't like being tied to that as much. So I'm not sure. Basically what it does is it covers a lot of forest floor and makes it difficult for seedlings of native plants to germinate and grow because it essentially suffocates them. That makes sense, yeah. When you bring in invasive species, that's what's gonna happen. Ooh, now I want to watch Jumanji. Tonight's movie's been decided. Okay. I haven't seen that movie in quite a long time. Are you talking original or a remake? By the way. When Reach had a beta testing, I was invited and I killed my teammate. Funny thing, his gamer tag was Slayer of Gods. Oh, really? That's funny. I miss Slayer. Hope Slayer's doing well. Did someone said Slayer was starting to do Marvel Rivals content, but I've not checked it out at all. But I miss seeing Slayer more often. Slayer is good peoples. You only the original. Okay, thank you. Good to know. Good to know. Hey man, there's nothing wrong with Nebula in those shorts, but Kevin Hart and The Rock can suck it. Who's Nebula? With a K? What's her name? Bro, 53k units, give me those. Just give me something to spend them on, man. I need something to spend them on. I could have spent them at July 4th, but it just didn't make sense for me for the account. And I mean, I explained in videos why. So hopefully Cyber Week will give me a good reason to spend them, but nothing too exciting. Karen Gillan. Yeah, that's right. And Jack Black were the only good parts of those new ones. I will probably never watch that movie. Probably never watch that. I kind of like The Rock and Kevin Hart in small doses or in certain roles maybe, but like overall it seems like The Rock is probably a douchebag and Kevin Hart is just a one note kind of, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, we get it, you're short. She's cute redhead? Yes, she's very attractive in that movie. That's about the only thing I know about from that. Because like club moss won't have the same effect as a flower or a tussock grass, you know? Yeah, no, moss, you're covering things. I'm always interested, Lilac, in when I see moss that has fallen off trees, and I always wonder what the cause of it is, if it has to do with temperature or if it has to do with humidity and whatnot. But there's certain times of year in Seattle where moss will just flat out just fall off on the sidewalk and die. I'm always like, what is the cause of that? And I've never Googled it. My nieces and nephews wanted to see him, so I watched with them. Once was enough. Yeah, I have no desire. That's another thing too that I don't do enough of is I just don't really, I spend so much of my time doing MCOC stuff or stuff related to streaming or editing or then just like watching stuff on Reddit or, you know, whatnot that I don't sit down. I feel like my attention span has been shrunk or disengaged or something where a lot of, it's very rare that like late at night, say if it's midnight, I'm fine being up to 2 a.m., which obviously I am. It's very rare that I'm just like, screw it, I'm gonna watch a new movie. MCOC is definitely not good for your attention span. Because there's a lot of times where I'm like, no, let's put on some YouTube videos and I'll grind Arena, you know? And that's not great. I can have a look if you like. I've just always been curious because there's certain times a year where it just flat out falls off trees and I'm like, what is causing it to do that? Is it the humidity? Is it not getting enough moisture? Is it a temperature thing? I'm not sure what it is. Cause global warming. Maybe, but not specifically. It would be a local climatic phenomenon. Climatic or climactic? Never been 100% sure about those usages too. Anticlimactic relates to a climax. Climatic would be a climate event. Okay, yes, that makes sense, right? I'm assuming this is moss on trees that is falling off. Yeah. Yep. You're correct, Abdo. The Rock is an egotistical asshole, and Kevin Hart had one good special and rode that for the rest of his career. Okay. I remember one of the worst things I've ever seen was literally a 10-minute short film with Kevin Hart about his daughter and his daughter's boyfriend around Christmas time at Regal Cinemas before a movie played, and I think it had something to do with Walmart. And we were just all sitting there going like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like it was legitimately mind-blowing. That was I absolutely I wouldn't even necessarily call it a pet peeve, right? Because a pet peeve is something that is non-serious and really you shouldn't get that worked up about. That's why it's a pet peeve. I fucking hate advertisements so goddamn much. Commercials are, I think, maybe my anger towards them is on a level of pet peeve where maybe it's not quite justified how angry I am with them. But I hate them so much. It rises to such a level that I'm just like, dude, every time when football season comes back around, I will go out to bars to watch the away games usually. And I see commercials that I don't see throughout the rest of the year because I haven't had cable for like a decade. And you know, you can have YouTube with ads. You can have you still see some ads in your regular life. You try to read a news article and the whole page is covered with advertisements. They're like, yeah, approve our cookies and support us and for just $1 a month, blah, 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 blah. It's like you still see plenty of commercials. There's billboards, there's things out in public, whatever. But dude, advertising is just, I hate it more than numerous other things that aren't actually causing people direct physical harm. Because I do think that advertisements do, in a way, cause us all some mental harm, which then can become physical, right? So like, I just frigging hate them. So that's part of why, like, I kind of want my brand to be on YouTube. I decided, you know, in January that I was going to follow in the footsteps of Tom Grossi, who has 900,000 followers, much bigger channel than I'll probably ever grow to. But I kind of just wanted to follow his example of never having ads. And every once in a while you mention it because that's kind of what you got to do. But kind of, it's also just personally, I don't, as my experience of watching someone streaming or watching someone's videos, dude, I fucking hate ads, man. I hate them. Hi, I'm Eric Voss, and we're 30 seconds into my video, and I'm gonna talk about my sponsor. Oh, it's been 5 minutes. I'm talking about my next sponsor. Oh, and then Marvel's doing this thing, but I gotta tell you about my sponsor. I'm just like, dude, fuck me. HG, many different characters earlier was talking about go to Kick, even if it's whatever, to get your bag and blah, blah. And I'm like, nah, dude. And I don't even think of it as a matter of integrity. I just think of it as a matter of annoyance. Like, I don't want that experience for myself. And so that's just the golden rule. If I don't want it for myself, then why the hell would I want it for somebody else? But as part of that, I'll be like, hey man, I will never play ads on my live streams on YouTube. Send over $1 or $2 when you can. If you can't afford it, don't do it. But if you can afford $1 or $2, shit goes a long ways. So pick your poison, if you will. But yeah, fuck ads, man. Hi, this is Abdo. Welcome to the Intoxicated Gamer channel. Today, video is brought to you by... Yeah, no, that sounds awful. One of my favorite comedians is Randy Feltface. Not heard of this person. He is from Australia and he uses a Muppet on stage. Feltface, that makes sense. Instead of showing his face, and he makes it work very well. Huh, interesting. Interesting. I assume he has some kind of like curtain or something that he draws so you don't see him. 90% of my ads are for Chemist Warehouse or Revolut. I don't know what that is, but okay. Your ads, remember, always relate to your searches. Language, asshole. What up, Pixie? How you doing? Always gonna be staying in... Anyways, gonna be staying in Dagobah for a bit. Gives Zoe lots of treats for me until the next time I see her. All right, Pixie. You need if you need a DM online or Discord with a Pixie or with a Zoe pick rather. Every once in a while, let me know. What's a Dagobah? She's going to a swamp area with her in-laws. I don't know. My YouTube ads are those games that do have ads and they lie about the game having no ads. I get those on Instagram, which I've never clicked on, so I don't know why I get so much of them, but I do get a lot of those. My little girl's mom works in advertising, and I have no idea how anyone can do that apart from the ridiculous money in it. I'd go maj myself. You know, again, money is very important, but, or having money is very important, but, dude, yeah. Does anyone know Big Data, the group? And, oh, is he not dead? Okay. Big Data, what's the song? I got a plan for, Dangerous. Does anyone know that song? I bet you didn't know that I was dangerous. That video is fantastic because the video is like a pitch meeting for shoes, and somehow it just involves like women jogging, and one of them has like really large breasts, and they somehow converge on a guy who's eating a glizzy, and I think he's eating a glizzy. We wouldn't have called it a glizzy back then, back in my day. But they converge on him, and then they somehow do some like cannibalistic shit, like zombie. Like, dude, it's a fantastic music video, and I absolutely love that shit. It's good that you don't know what they are. They're dumb. Fair enough. Love Randy with Sammy J. Don't know what that is. Abdo, it's just 100% because I'm from New Zealand, not because I look those up. I miss Sean Locke. Sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. Also, to a more fun subject, it is likely is climate related because mosses are very moisture dependent. So it is moisture, okay. So dry climate periods will likely just kill them. So they'll just fall off the tree. Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, it's either temperature or moisture. I just posted one, if not my favorite, stories Randy felt face in your Discord and tagged you. Okay. I'll try to check it out. Bitch. Nobody knows that song though? Or Big Data? Big Data? I like them in general. What was so is Big Data, there's like a secondary group there too. Moss like it moist. Tis true, Hal, tis true. Seriously, nobody, how many people we still got in here? I don't know, I don't have the thing, the widget doesn't tell me at the moment. Still got 67 watching. Seriously, nobody knows that song? I've also thought about, besides doing a YouTube channel as a travel channel kind of thing, I don't know if it'd be fun, but I've also just thought many nights when I was drunk and listening to music and then you know, watching videos on YouTube, that a channel reviewing music videos would be kind of fun, and talking about the actual cinematic elements of them would be kind of fun, because I think that YouTube videos, not YouTube videos, sorry, I think that music videos in general are kind of criminally underrated as an art form, and it blows my mind that people still put out music videos even to this day. They're so low budget, but some of them have such crazy weird ideas and concepts that are just like so friggin' cool. I don't know. Whoa, pause, stop. Okay. If anyone wants to know what the hell I'm talking about, check this out here. That is the thing. If you go and check it out, I'll be streaming long enough. You can go watch that video right now. My views can plummet to 0. You can come back in 5 minutes and tell me if you like the song or if you find the video interesting. But like, just a video where I was reviewing, like me making a review of this video. I don't know. Cause it'd be kind of like halfway reaction stuff, but dude, there's some like incredibly creative stuff for music videos that I think gets no respect, and you could review the music and the video aspect of it at the same time. And I feel like it'd be kind of a fun idea. What up, Fatty Pock? How's it going? What the goof is that thumbnail? Shh, you know what it is. You know what to do. How you doing, man? What's going on? Good evening. It is a general MCOC thumbnail. All right, I got Jumanji ready to go. Laters, Gators. All right, Casual Cash, you have a good one. Yes, because mosses rely on moisture to reproduce since their spores aren't airborne. Metal. Like some other groups of plants. Huh, okay. Okay, at least 3 people maybe went to watch. That's not going to go well. Need to rank up some different 4-star champions for this so we don't end up with this problem again. What up, twin Elijahs? I love that idea of a reaction channel. I don't know how reaction channels work exactly with monetization, but there's just so many times where, like, after I stream, I've had a few drinks, and then I'm working on editing something or I'm doing whatever, and something takes some time in between. And in between, I'm like, let me listen to this song because this is in my head or whatever. And because I'm working on my computer, I bring the song up on YouTube, so there's a video that goes with it. And I'm like, dude, this video is badass. Like, what the hell, man? Who made this video? Because you know that this video did not get made for very much money. Like, for sure, this was not made for very much money compared to an actual movie or a TV show. And like, dude, like, this is pretty badass. Somebody wrote this script for this, somebody directed this, and this is really a lot cooler than a lot of TV shows or movies that you'd see. Or shorts or vines or things, or, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just kind of had that idea, like, that'd be kind of fun. I've never gotten my In Vino Veritas reviews channel up and going on YouTube though, so I'll try to work on other things first, but who knows? A million things to do on every YouTube aspect. I clicked thinking we were rating someone. No. I don't know if you're finding this interesting, but I think it's cool learning and teaching about plants and animals. I love to learn. What up, Mr. Flibble? How do you do? Good evening. And definitely not just because it's what I'm studying. But that's okay if it is because it's what you're studying. That's totally fine as well. No, in general, Lilac, I cannot think of myself as a Renaissance man because that's ridiculous and sounds completely pretentious. However, in terms of liking to, I like to have a little knowledge about a lot of different subjects. So, no, I love to learn. I want to learn for the rest of my life. Especially about science and technology and history and stuff. All of those things that are nerdy and like, I'm never going to watch the Kardashians. I'm never going to watch reality TV. but I will watch an hour-long video about the history of Seattle and the World Fair, or about how a dam got built in China, or about a monorail system that's getting built in Latin America or something, you know? Absolutely. A video about Oumuamua, the asteroid, the first asteroid that we think was from originated outside of the solar system. I'll watch that shit all day. Hell yeah. Or a species of plant or animal that existed hundreds of millions of years ago. You're can a whole new community too? Well, yeah, you have to thought of starting out something, you gain a whole new community. The thought of starting that out is scary, but would be fun. Yeah, sex appeal sells shoes. Obviously, sex appeal sells everything. Okay, I'm gonna go quickly get some more details then. We're gonna be done here pretty soon, so you might have to share them next stream, Lilac, but that's okay. When you come back and you start talking about Moss, I'll be like, why the fuck are you talking about Moss? And then you'll say something and be like, oh, that's right, we were having a conversation about this last time. And I forgot. Oh yeah, speaking of old plants, mosses are the oldest living group of plants. Why you gotta call them out like that though, dude? Maybe they didn't want people knowing that. Did you get their permission to spread that information? Sometimes people don't like you talking about their age. Just saying. Totally Google Windsor Smith advertising. I don't really want to do that without some other additional context. Do you have any examples of what creative music videos you watch? Well, the one I dropped in chat there I think is really creative, actually. Yeah, for sure. I think that's part of it being underrated. I don't think they all have to be like incredible or anything. I think that just in general they're kind of underrated, where you can be like, you know what, this is more of a dance video, but that dance was really cool that this person was doing, and that backdrop they used was really cool. What's the story behind that? I guess a good one that I would use would be sex sells shoes context. Okay. I guess a good one I could use would be Chiesa, I think is how you pronounce it. Let me look that up real quick. Let me find it. Yeah, Hideaway. So, and I would be doing it about ones where I liked the song too. Because I wouldn't, why would you do it about ones where you didn't like the song, right? So this video right here, that is Chiesa Hideaway. I do like the song. It's probably a lot more techno than a lot of people would like, but it is, that is a one-shot take that they did. So they filmed that one time through. They might have practiced a few times probably, right? But it's a one-shot take that they did. And right at the very start of that video, the guy that lifts her up breaks 2 of her ribs. And then she continues and does the whole rest of the video like that. And then afterwards, she's like, I couldn't tour for a couple of months because my ribs were broken and like I was completely fucked up. You know, like that is a fun story. That is an interesting fact. That is a cool thing where I've seen her talk about that on a podcast, and I would like to be like, dude, that's underrated. They're probably just out somewhere. I don't know where they filmed this music video. I'd try to find out if I was going to do something like that for a series. I would try to find out details of where some of those kind of things, right? Like I know Macklemore, the song Downtown. Macklemore, I know, is from Seattle or the area. And so I just kind of assumed it was from around here, but I was like, this doesn't really look familiar to me. And I learned somehow outside of that he filmed it in Spokane, Washington, right? So I like some of those different details and seeing things like that where, like, who's the guy who provided this video, or who's the guy who provided this motorcycle that's a chariot, essentially? Or you know, just all those different things. I like those different details, and I think that there's a lot of artistry in music videos that gets really overlooked when it comes to art in general and cinema. And I find it very interesting. I like it. So that's kind of why I think that would be kind of a fun thing to do, because it wouldn't just be a straight up reaction. Because like I do occasionally like a reaction video of like some dude hears Rage Against the Machine for the first time and he's like, oh my god, what the hell is this, right? And like some of those can be kind of fun because some people can have some cool reactions, and you can relate to them because you remember how you felt about it the first time you saw something, or besides that, you can relate to it because of the feeling you get when you hear that song. So some of those are kind of fun, but I don't generally, that's not the kind of content I go in for the most. But yeah, I don't know, just seems like a kind of a fun idea. What's up, Kanga Janga? How you doing? There's this Canadian chick who makes amazing music clips. Are they like that or what? Send you a link in the billboard in line. Okay. Okay, I take it back. Some of my notes from last year are just gone, and I don't know why. It's okay. We'll be okay. Either way. Macklemore mentions Pike Place and throwing fish, right? Yeah. Throwing fish to a player? Yeah, that's downtown, yeah. And Ken Griffey Jr. shows up in the video catching the fish or whatever. But that's actually shot in Spokane, which is on the complete other side of the state. Closer to the Cougars. But dude, that's a fun video. It's a weird ass video. That's just fun stuff. Or think of like the dawn, the Ghost Inside. Is that what it is? No, the High Road. The high road is hard to find. The Broken Bells, and it's like I forget exactly who it is, but the video features who's the redhead with big boobs from Mad Men? It was in Serenity. I mean, that's disrespectful to the actor, but that's just the first things that come to mind. What is her name? Damn it, I cannot remember. No, not January Jones. Oh, Christina Hendrickson. Or Hendrickson. Christina Hendricks, right? So that video for that features her as like an android. Christina Hendricks. Yeah, Minkle, what's up? Maybe it's not the High Road. Maybe it's the other one. Is it? No, I think it's not High Road. It's the other one. Is it something Ghost? Ghost Inside? Right. Yeah. Broken Bells, Danger Mouse, James Mercer. And she's like an android who's run out of credits and gets stuck in, like, I don't know, dude. It's just super cool. It's super cool. Like that's another one where I'm like, dude, I would like to do kind of a review of that video and just talk about it and be like, hey man, this is really cool. Our Mrs. Reynolds, yeah. That was super fun. Go Cougs, What up, Shale-mate? How do you do? Good evening. One of my favorite music videos is San Holo Swirl, I Miss You. It's a super creative video that also announces his first ever US tour. Ooh, that's cool. That's like a double feature kind of thing. Yeah. Coolest thing about old plants was when the forest used to just be giants from the mosses and fern groups. When there was higher... No, that would have been not as much oxygen, huh? Okay, I've danced to this song 11 years ago at a bar dance club that had us wearing headphones and every customer had a shuffle, not same music listening. Really? That sounds interesting. It's a fun concept. Oh, come on, dude. Penny. Nobody needs to fight Penny in the arena. Not much. Mad Men is my favorite show of all time. Couldn't have not known that. Fair enough. I've never watched it. I always wanted to. I'm somewhat reluctant to. I think back in the day, I didn't watch it when it was on because of the smoking. Because I think it was like when I was quitting smoking and I didn't want to watch them smoking cigarettes the whole time. True story. Like that is, yeah, a little tough. Damn it, I always join before live ends. So you're here live. Sweet. What up, man? Bald? How do you do? What's going on? We've been on for 3.5 hours. So I don't know where you've been. Or nearly 3.5 hours. I gotta make some food here at some point. And do other things before I go to bed. How are you doing though, man? Alex Schweitzer, I see you in here as well. Hope you're doing well tonight. We were discussing, I have ideas of starting another channel that's like music videos are underrated and discussing and reviewing music videos for fun. It would not be as involved as behind the music, but like maybe there'd be a little behind the music kind of elements to it. I just don't know how any kind of monetization would work and that kind of stuff. Which unfortunately is a part of the deal on YouTube's. If you're gonna spend your time, a lot of time doing something, it's got to make you a little bit of money. It's just how it's got to be. Plus, otherwise, how am I going to save up money for meeting a partner who wants to start up the animal rescue? Like, that's important stuff. Important stuff. Okay. Just threw that special right in the middle of my combo. That was weird. Felix Bannister, good evening to you as well. How goes it? This is the most of this arena I've done in quite a long time. And also I'm going to go and listen to all those damn songs now. But if I'm going to cook, I'll have the stove noise on, so I'll have to put in my earbuds. And you know what? I'll probably dance as if no one were watching. Although the middle of my back hurts like a mofo. Not sure why. It's been like mid upper back. And I forgot, I actually have a massage on Monday, which seems to be conveniently timed. I mean, I'd rather that my back was not hurting by then. But if it is still hurting, it's, I think, a few days earlier. Usually I was going like Wednesdays or Thursdays, but I think because of what her availability schedule was, I had to take a Monday this time. So it's not actually been 2 weeks since I've had massage. It'll be a little less time than that. And that's frigging awesome. Everyone, if you can afford it, or if someone else pays for it, like for me, you should get some massages because they're a good thing in life. Yeah, basically mosses and liverworts and hornworts rely on water to transport the male gametes to the female gametes, which is why typically they like moist environments. Makes sense. You need lube for transferring your male to your female gametes. If you know anything else about that one moss, I could probably tell you more about it if you want to. New channel sounds fun. Could do some more stuff and make it less niche. Well, I think they'd be like specifically niche actually, but it's always I always have ideas. All right, now that's enough. That's enough. We've done enough fucking arena for tonight. Oh man, no, I always have more ideas and stuff, and that's a good thing. It's better to have more ideas than you have the time for than the other way around, I suppose. But because I'm trying to make YouTube my career, my job, it is branching out is both scary and fun as an idea, you know? I like this time. No content, no BG objective, just chill arena, easy unit grind. It is, I do in some ways miss the old grinds. It is easier to read every message in chat too, for sure. Yeah, it's a chill time, it's great. It's fair, it's fair. I love looking up niche species, but it might be hard to find it without more details. Fair enough, niche is good as well, just was saying to branch out for the monetization aspect by, say, give it a go. I think it's one of those things, like, so I think I'm more likely, Felix, to start, we were talking about earlier too, about different things. I think I'm going to start out more with a little bit of travel kind of channel kind of stuff, but that is another idea that I have. So is because I do think music videos are criminally underrated. So yeah, for sure. But I do think that is probably enough for tonight. 3.5 hours was longer than I intended to stream. I do have want to work on a video for tomorrow for the next champion in the rebirth thing with the max boosted series. If you've not already watched them, if you have any interest in seeing how good Cole Obsidian can be, how good Anti-Venom can be as a 7-star at their rank 4 max rank in Realm of Legends, and you're okay with a little bit of kind of techno-ish music or whatever, background music, go check those 2 videos out. I would appreciate it. They have very, very few views, and so yeah, I'd like to do more of that just because I want it to be an easy kind of thing that I can kind of put out, but it actually takes a decent amount of editing to do it, just because I'm looking at all the splits timing and having to pop that in as a different thing and how I edit it, and I also have to find like a different song and whatnot. So yeah, go check out those videos on the channel if you would. Shout out to Mike Gohan. Oh man, my own personal Mike Gohan. That was not my best impression. That was not actually that was a sorry, that was terrible. Your own personal I can't do it. Anyways, shout out to everyone else who sent over support tonight as well. Thank you guys very, very much. Have a good rest of your evening or rest of your day, wherever you're at in the world. I'll be back tomorrow doing something. Maybe Claire Obscure Expedition 33 tomorrow night. Maybe a testing stream. I don't know. We'll see how many more shots I have. Could be a day stream. I keep threatening a day stream, but I haven't done it for a little bit. A couple days at least. Anyways, cheers guys. Have a good one. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for the chill. Hang out. See you tomorrow. Peace.